Good afternoon and welcome to the Columbiana County Fair in beautiful Lisbon, Ohio. Don Tiger along with my sidekick Kenny Livengood. We're bringing you 12 action-packed races here today. I heard in the pre-announcement, I've heard this jingle before too from Don, the MC here at the fair. They've raced harness racing here since 1853, Kenny. So that means we've had harness racing straight through prior to the Civil War, a lot of different things happening. And it's a tradition they have here in Columbiana County. It's well attended. We've already got a good 75 people or so in the grandstands, a lot of buzz in the air. We were here yesterday too. We had a nice 11 race card, and we're happy to bring you day 2 of the Columbiana County Fair. We've got great weather today and sunny skies. Temperatures a little warm but breezy, and should be in for a good day of racing, don't you think?
Yeah, it should be a good day. I'm glad you touched about the Civil War thing because when I was walking up, I heard that and couldn't believe that 1853. I mean, what is that? 152 years, right? No,
more.
170,
Yeah.
172.
Yeah, something like that. It's up there pretty good.
I go on vacation and my math is just no good.
But it's a tradition here that's been going on for a long time. It's a paperclip racetrack, as we talked about yesterday. Very long stretches, tight, short turns. The track record on here is 2 minutes. We still have the standard. They've never broke 2 minutes here. We did have a track record yesterday on the trot. We beat it by a couple seconds. We had a 2:04 clocking. We did have a 2:01 clocking too on the pace, which is a second off the track record. But good racing yesterday. A couple good photo finishes, horses across the track. Another good card today. So we should see some exciting racing.
I noticed that when I walked in how tight the turns were and literally thought to myself, you know what, they're probably not going to go too fast here on a time-wise, but for the track they can go fast, obviously. So 2:01 yesterday, that's a pretty solid mile. Zero banking on the track at all on the turns. Super tight, long straightaways. Some small fields, too, which aren't necessarily conducive to fast times because it's a little more of a driver's race and strategy, I think, than when there's 7, 8 horses and you're trying to get position. So I think the smaller fields keep everybody closer in lap 1, and then they'll sprint in lap 2. Another thing we've talked about at other fairs, there's a lot going on in the infield here.
A lot going on in the infield. We
tractors
got a couple
over here.
Yep.
Parking lot over there in the infield.
Yep. And this is brand new. So you know the grandstand out there, that was the first year for this. I think they put that in there for the tractor pulls and stuff. We do have our winter circle in the infield too, the RF Wilkwa Family Winter Circle. And you'll notice a couple very old trees that sit both on sides of the track. We've got a couple in the infield and a couple on the outside. That's unusual. You don't see that at many venues either, where we have some lawn ornaments, as I would say.
We have a nice view. We're very high up here compared to some of the other fairs. The track looks like it sits a lot lower compared to the grandstand.
We have an excellent view here. You can see the whole race from our vantage point and our cameraman's vantage point, as you can see when you're the viewing audience. It's a great spot to be in. And this grandstand, I don't think it's that old either. I think they built it maybe 15, 20 years ago. So it's a pretty neat place for sure.
Freshly painted, too, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Very sharp looking when you're pulling in.
Yes, very sharp looking.
And we have pari-mutuel betting.
Yes, that was the most exciting thing yesterday that me and Ashley got to do is we got to cover. I love to see a tote board. I love to see where people bet and the wagering money goes around. And sometimes I try to, there is some people local that watch our broadcast, and we try to give out some insight too if anybody does want to run down and plug a wager or two down. But to me, it makes it completely different. And like the other couple fairs that we've covered together, Kenny, Cortland, and Carrollton, we didn't have that luxury. So today we do have a tote board and wagering. It's right under the grandstands for anyone that is local. If you come out to see us today, we do have our passports that we can sign for you as well, and keep that for swag at the end of the season. But, yeah, we'll have some pari-mutuel betting to talk about, so that gives us a chance to use your expert handicapping from Northfield Park. And a lot of these horses, some of them you've seen up there already, and give the public some ideas of maybe where they should pluck down their $2 win wagers.
The cool thing about coming to fairs each and every week is we start to see the same horses. We've been seeing a lot of these horses now, too. This is probably the third time. Maybe some of them have popped in at Northfield in between fairs. So, we've seen all these horses race 3, 4, maybe 5 times as the summer goes on. So it's always nice to see familiar faces. You start to get an idea of how the horses are going to go, maybe.
Yep.
Looks like Roger has us on track right before 1 o'clock. So
post and right to the starting gate. So We will give you a brief rundown of all the horses after they post parade because we did yesterday too. We pretty much had, I would say, a 1 to 1.5 minute lag from when they post parade to when we went to the gate. So it was pretty much a turn and go. So
slightly less than the Northfield Park track.
Very funny.
Horses are on the track and pretty to the post for the first race. Home Talent Colt Stake, 2-year-old Colt Trot, first division for $6,854. Number 1, Moonshine Marseille, the driver Justin Irvine. Number 2, 314 with Nick Clegg. Number 3, CS Go Tom, the driver Darren Harvey. And number 4, Tom's Moneymaker, Charlie Myrick in the sulky. Horses will go right to the starting gate.
$6,854 first division here, Home Talent Colt Stakes for 2-year-old trotters. 1 Moonshine Marseille, Linda Smith, the owner, Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. 2 third-place finishes at Carrollton and Painesville.
2 horse, 314 for the Clegg connection here. Nick driving, Betty training, Kim Baronin. This horse finished 3rd last time out on the TBD announce line at Northfield at the Summit County Fair. 2 minutes, 3/5 individually timed. Still looking for that first win. 4 of 8 underneath on the board finishes.
3 CS Go Tom, Darren Harvey drives, trains, cones with Jamie Jenkins. This 2-year-old son of long time is the only one of 4 in the field that's won, and that was at Carrollton in 212.
4 horse Tom's Moneymaker. Charlie Myrick trains and drives for Second Chance Stable. This horse is 0 for 3. Did run second, 3 back at Cortland. Last time's out at Painesville, cut the mile and faded to 4th. Looks like an improving type 2 and in a short bunch here. Could be a factor. And currently right now our tote board shows the 1, Moonshine Marseille, who comes off of a second-place finish at Northfield at the Summit County Fair, individually timed 2:04 and 1 that day. That's where the money lies at 3 to 5. Second choice, 2 horse, 314, 9 to 5. Third choice, 9 to 2, Tom's Moneymaker, and CS Go Tom rounds out the field at 7 to 1.
And they're in behind the Mike Webkenberg starting gate. Here's Roger Houston for the opener from Lisbon.
Trotters are all in behind the Wipkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come.
It's dark out.
Yeah, the wind picked up.
They're off and trotting. 314 goes right out for the lead. CS Go Tom on the outside second. Getting away third is Tom's Moneymaker. Treading the field, Moonshine Marseille, all in straight alignment. Moonshine Marseille is off stride. As they race around the turn, going to the first 8. On top, Nick Clegg, 314, leads by a length and a quarter. Racing second, CS Go Tom, trotting right there third, Tom's Moneymaker. Fourth, back trotting is Moonshine Marseille as they race over to the first quarter mark. They race the opening quarter in 36 and 1. Into the turn, go on to the 3/8. The leader is 314, showing the way by a length and a half as they race around the turn. All in straight alignment. CS Go Tom racing second. Trotting third, Tom's Moneymaker. Racing fourth, following another break, Moonshine Marseille. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. 314, been there every step, leads for Nick Clegg, coming to the halfway point. Racing second, CS Go Tom, as they race by the half. Halfway home in 111 and 2/5. Into the turn they go. Charlie Myrick, first to move. Tom's Moneymaker on the outside. Now third, now second. Going to the 5/8 mark. Treading the field, Moonshine Marseille. On to the backside and the 3/4 station. 314 is opened up with hooked wheels between the 3, CS Go Tom, and the 4, Tom's Moneymaker. Treading the field, Moonshine Marseille as they go to the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 145 and 1. Around the final turn, continuing to lead, but many lengths is 314 with command. Tom's Moneymaker is there second. CS Go Tom third. Moonshine Marseille trails the field fourth. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Coming home, it's 314 and a jiggy jog win in the first this afternoon at the Columbiana County Fair. It's all 314. Tom's Moneymaker second. CSGO Tom was third.
I heard those famous words, inquiry.
Inquiry sign is posted.
That was about as easy as a win as you can get for Nick Clegg there. Just got to the front. The one broke. One did not like the track here, just broke multiple times. And the 3 and the 4 had some close quarters there, maybe locked wheels in the backstretch. That's what the inquiry is for, but certainly probably does not concern the 2, 3, 14 who was just all alone on the front and won by 10, 12, 15 lengths.
Yeah, nice mutual too. This horse is going to return at least $8 to win here locally, as the 1 was the favorite at 1 to 2, but you're going to get $8 back on Nick Clegg, and he sees the racetrack, backed it down, kind of walked at a half, 1-11, but when he started to sprint and open up, a little bit of behind him. I don't know exactly what happened between Charlie and Darren. The judges will figure that out, but they hooked some wheels, and that eliminated anybody else for win honors. So we'll just have to see how the placings go for second and third here. No doubt about the winner, though. He's already in the winner's circle, 3-14.
In the winner's circle, the RF Wilk family winner's circle, number 2, 3-14. Kimber Clegg, Betty Clegg, the winning trainer. Nick Clegg getting his 24th win this season at the county fairs. 2-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter out of Sky Is Mine, home a winner in 2:17, 3/5. Mutual. 2-4. Bring them right on out for that second race.
2:17 and 3 for 3:14. A lot of numbers when you start talking about this horse, but 2-year-old Betty gelded son of Uncle Peter out of the Muscle Hill mare Sky Is Mine, Marsh Valley Standardbreds of Ohio. First lifetime win for 3:14, and the result is official: 2, 4, 3, and 1. 860 on the win for Nick Clegg, who we heard Roger say 24th win of the season. That's race number 1. We'll be back after these short messages with race number 2.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions: TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. 1 down, 11 to go on day 2 of live racing. Had 11 yesterday, 12 today, so 23 total races. Smaller fields with the smaller type track, but the action so far has been good. Yesterday, and then already a pretty dominant race 1 winner, Nick Clegg picked up his 24th win of the fair summer so far, and it's still a young summer. We haven't even hit August yet, so still plenty of fair racing to go.
Very much so.
When is your next fair?
I think Zanesville. I love that fair. It's a very nice fair. A lot of attendance. It's a local thing. The community rallies around it. It's right in the middle of town, actually. The fairgrounds pretty much right in the middle of town. Great wagering there. They do have 2 or 3 tellers opened. Usually a band's playing there. A lot of up front and close things. As to get there, the barns are pretty much behind the grandstands, so a lot of interaction from fans. They get to see the equine athletes walk right by them, and great food. I know they got a corn place there that from Frank's Fair Report. Excellent. I think you get 3 years of corn for $5. But they also have a cattleman's stand where one of the local farmers has fresh steak sandwiches, and I mean it's real steak. Like they throw sirloins or ribeyes on a grill, cook them, and then throw them on a bun, and I mean they're amazing. So some good food choices, good racing. The community rallies around it, and we go Sunday, Monday, so it's right after Milstein night and the big night at Northfield. So Sunday, Monday, we head over there, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, Milstein less than 2 weeks away. What are we, 12 days, 11 days? August 9th, Saturday, August 9th, for anyone that's listening. $300,000 Carl Milstein Memorial. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. So for the first time on all the stakes races since I've been to Northfield, I actually have no idea I haven't even talked to Dave about who's coming, but maybe the horse that won the Adios, Prince Al Hanover. That'd be pretty sweet to see if he could pull off the Adios Milstein double. I do know it's very unlikely that the Meadowlands Pace winner Mad Noakes will be there just because of the half-mile track, but should be a good race. It's always one of the best races of the summer. Stakes field, solid horses, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a good field. I'm sure we'll be well represented by Hyobreds too. I'm sure Rick Wink, Swingtown,
Sipping on Sea-Rock.
Sipping on Sea-Rock. I got to think at least one of the three. Knowing Dave, he likes to put everybody in there. It wouldn't surprise me that all three of them are in there.
Well, Burke had 5 in the Adios, so I'm sure he'll have at least one for the Milstein. But horses are starting to make their way to the track for the second. It's the first division for 2-year-old Colt Pacers. $4,554 home talent Colt Stakes field of 4. Harvey Hirschberger has a catch drive in here for Ronnie Gillespie. I think this is the first. Is this the first time that he's driven for a different trainer?
He can do it all.
The crowd is cheering because the fire truck with spraying the water knocked over our finish line pole, but it's back up and quickly back in action.
We got some TBD announced lines here too for those that harnessracingohio.com. You can get programs, updated lines here. The 2 Creek Shark finished 9th last time out, individually timed 59:04 at the Summit County Fair Saturday at Northfield. The 3-horse Luck Be My Legend finished 5th, individually timed 2:02:1 at the Summit County Fair Saturday in Northfield. And then the Working Up a Lather, that line is NA as they canceled races at Scioto after 4 races. So that horse has not raced, and his lines are update and accurate.
Yeah, they did announce that they're going to make those up right after the week after the Milstein, actually. I believe it's the 16th and 17th, 15th and 16th. Scioto's going to make up all those Sire Stakes races that unfortunately were rained out last week.
3 out, 1 to go.
The weather's been a little rough at some of the tracks here in Ohio. We've had some tough rain, hard downpours, lightning storms. Scioto's had to cancel, so Mother Nature hasn't been our friend.
I can't remember the last time that Scioto's canceled 2 weeks in a row on a Saturday due to weather, back-to-back weeks. So that was a little different for sure. But
we've had some great weather at the fair though so far. We personally have avoided any rain, I believe. So
yes, here we have for sure.
Looks like Roger has them all out for the second, so we'll have the post parade here shortly. Field of 4.
Mr. Mapes. For the second race, Hometown at Colt Stakes, 2-year-old Colt Pace, purse of $4,554. Number 1 is Lather Rock, the driver Joey Mapes. Number 2, Creek Shark with Justin Irvine. Number 3, Luck Be My Legend, Harvey Hirschberger. And number 4, Working Up a Lather, Nick Clegg in the sulky. Horses will go right to the starting gate for the second. In the barn area, get them.
They're on track for race 2. Field of 4, 1 Lather Rock. Joey Mapes drives for owner-trainer Rick Mapes, 2-year-old son of Lather Up. Only charted line is a 5th-place qualifier, but that was nearly 2 months ago at Northfield.
2-horse Creek Shark, Gary Martin trains, Sue Stockwell owns. Justin Irvine's has the lines today. This horse is 0 for 2 in a brief career here. Last time out at Northfield was 9th, individually timed 59-4, but shows some talent here. This horse made a nice qualifier, move 3 back. Probably one of the choices, and currently nice tote, 6-1, longest shot on the board, worth a play.
3, Luck Be My Legend, Harvey Hirschberger driving for Ronnie Gillespie and Jerry Miller. Line to be announced, you have a 5th at Northfield, has a couple of 4ths and 5ths before that, so still needs to improve, but just his 5th start out, son of a bit of a legend.
Horse to beat, number 4, Working Up a Lather for the Clegg clan. Betty trains, Kimber owns, Nick drives. This horse was even entered in the Sire Stakes at Scioto on Saturday, which was washed out. But prior to that was a game second at Mount Vernon and a third at Bucyrus. This horse is only 1 for 9 lifetime. Currently sits at 3 to 5. Definitely the class of the field and the one to beat here.
While we have a quick second, all 4 horses total purchase price $22,000. So not the most expensive yearlings, and they are headed to the gate for race 2. Here's Roger Houston.
Pacers are all in behind the Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing, going right out for the early lead. It's Creek Shark racing up on the outside. As they race into the turn, Luck Be My Legend. In between horses. Working Up a Lather and trailing the field, Lather Rock. Down the backside they go. Creek Shark has the lead. Taking a seat, Working Up a Lather second, racing third, Luck Be My Legend, and trailing the field, Lather Rock as they race by the opening quarter. Opening panel in 32 flat. Into the turn they go. On top and leading the field by about 5 lengths. That is Creek Shark, Justin Irvine. Around the turn second, trying to close the gap is Working Up a Lather. Third, Luck Be My Legend, and treading the field, Lather Rock. As they pass the stand of the first time, coming to the halfway point, showing the way. Creek Shark to the halfway station. As they race over to the halfway point in 1:03 1/5. Into the turn they go. Working Up a Lather is second, racing third, Luck Be My Legend, and trailing the field, Lather Rock. Joey Mapes can see them all at the 5/8 mark. Out and moving on the outside, Nick Clegg, Working Up a Lather. Now second and going after the leader, Creek Shark. Racing third, Luck Be My Legend. The trailer is Lather Rock as they race over to the 3/4 mark. Creek Shark at the 3/4 in 1:34 3. Into the final turn. Still on the outside. Working Up a Lather. Losing ground in the turn. Racing third on the inside. Luck Be My Legend. Lather Rock trails the field. The battle's on. Coming home. Creek Shark on the outside. Working Up a Lather through the lane. Creek Shark on the inside. Working Up a Lather on the outside second. Coming home, it's all Justin Irvine. Creek Shark. Working Up a Lather. Luck Be My Legend.
Exciting race there, exciting finish, and the longest shot on the board, which I mentioned. That was a nice value here. The 2-horse 6-1 Creek Shark. Going to pay back at least a $12 mutual here, plus. And Justin Irvine did a great job there. He actually grabbed the track right off the gate, opened up 5, kind of like rated this horse well, and knew that Nick was going to come back at him. Nick kind of took 2 shots at him. But he got through that turn on the lead, and his horse drew off in the lane, raced very well, turned the tables big time from ninth place finish on Saturday to make his way to the winner's circle.
Yeah, I thought going up the backside, Nick's horse working up a lather there was trying to make it interesting, but really the two was kind of holding him at bay by about a length and a half, and then all of a sudden they went into the turn, and they were probably nose to nose really at the top of the stretch, but Justin's Creek Shark digs in under the pressure and picks up the victory. 6-1 on the mutual. In a 4-horse field, 6-1 is good, but then you also get it on a horse that's first career start was third at Carrollton. So we've seen this horse a couple times. Finally got the start on the wings too. Got stuck with the second tier at Carrollton, so certainly given him an excuse to be better off of that performance.
Yeah, he was very good today, and give Justin some props too. Not only we see the future stars of equine athletes here, we see the future drivers. And I really believe Justin's taken a big step forward. I reached out to him after the races yesterday. He made a nice gesture. He won the last race on the card, and we had a lot of young fans down here, and he gave his whip away and stuff. And I thought that was a real classy move. As a young man, Justin's growing both professionally and as a person. I love to see it. And again, I think in 5-10 years he's going to be a stalwart on the pari-mutuel driving circuit.
The R.F. Wilk family winner's circle. Number 2, Creek Shark. Sue Stockwell of Geneva, Ohio, the owner. Gary Martin, the winning trainer. Justin Irvine in the sulky. His first this afternoon. His 5th here at the Columbiana County Fair. And for the year, number 22 at the county fairs. 2-year-old Gully but Fear the Dragon at a Shark Festival, taking a lifetime best 2:04 2/5. Gary Martin, Justin Irvine.
Yeah, echoing your sentiments about Justin, such a good kid. Any interaction I've ever had with him, very nice, and I don't think he overdrives horses. He takes care of them, and usually puts his horses in pretty good spots. And he took a shot at the Meadowlands for the winter, but since he's come back this season in 2025, I think he's excelled his driving career at Northfield, and one of the guys that you can count on to get a couple wins a night, some 3-4 win nights recently. So Justin, very talented, and like you said, or like Roger said, I should say, 22 wins at the fair. So Justin's been doing his fair share of winning here on our fair circuit. $14 winner, 2 Creek Shark. After these messages, we'll be back with race 3.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair. 2 races down, 10 to go on day 2 of the live racing here.
2 to go. 2 out.
Justin Irvine will drive the 2 Nico in this race. It's the only program change. Got a horse that finished 4th in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield back on July 19th. That's the one, Fire the Prez, only beating a couple lengths. And the odds haven't popped up for this race, but I am going to probably guess that this horse will be the pari-mutuel favorite in this race just because of the battle-tested race 2 back that he was 4th in.
Yeah, and he was a good third on Summit County Fair night, individually timed 58-1. So, I mean, again, he's the standout here. This horse is 0 for 3, but that looks to change today, especially with the pole possession. Jason Thompson did a great job yesterday driving here, too. He brought a couple of shots in, and one of them was against that Luna horse that Darren Harvey had done very well with. I think won 3 in a row, and he kind of outdrove that horse that day. So nothing wrong with Jason, nothing wrong with the rail. Scott Cox, good conditioner, and this one's got some snappy times in the program and should be the prohibitive favorite.
Speaking of Jason Thompson, I'm 99% sure it was him, so I'm gonna go with this. At Bucyrus, he drove one horse on the card.
And won.
And you can guess what he did.
He won.
And he paid like $17 or $18. I remember saying, I literally said to Jay Wolf and Matt, I said, somewhere in Pennsylvania there's a Don Tiger smiling. Jason Thompson, 1 drive, 1 win at Bucyrus.
Number 2, Cool Augustus. Make the driver Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes will drive number 2, Cool Augustus, in race 12.
Now, I wasn't here yesterday, but judging by the way the first couple of races have looked, the 4 across or 5 across?
4 across. Yep. Yeah, we only go 4. We trail after that.
Yeah, if they went 5 across the horse, you could give a high five to the driver on the 5 if they were trying to do 5 across. Very tight track here.
Very tight track. They do take good care of it, the water truck's out constantly, just about after every other race. And decent surface. Like I said, these horses get over it pretty good. The whole key is how they take the turns. Sometimes you'll see a couple races later, I know there's a horse, a Nix, that's very talented. I am the C that doesn't take the turns great. I bet he's 2-3 path most of the way, would be my guess.
It's a very quiet track, too, which, sometimes I think that is conducive to the surface is pretty good, as it's not a hard surface, so you don't really hear the horses. Yeah, obviously, they make noise, but it's not a super loud track, which was my thing that I was impressed most about going to Delaware for the first time was you literally cannot hear the horses. If you weren't looking, you can barely hear them go by on that red clay surface that they have, very soft over there, which is a little different than Northfield because it's a little bit harder surface. Obviously, it's got to stay together for 210 nights a year. So,
plus you guys have winter racing with change of temperature, so you got to have a little bit stronger composition.
Right. Yep, 52. That's when I told people I was moving to Ohio to call races and going to Northfield, and they said, "Well, how many days do you really work? What is it, like 3 months, 4 months?" I said, "Nope, we race. There is a scheduled day for 52 weeks, and just people cannot believe that we race no matter we go from 95 days to -5 days, but it doesn't matter. The guys are out there, and they're troopers in the winter because I can't even open my window. I'm so cold, and they're going 40 miles an hour behind an animal.
Correct.
You're all out. Get them together, line them up, parade in order behind Mr. Thompson. You're all out.
Roger has them all out for race 3. Here's the post parade.
Race, 2-year-old colt, home talent colt stake pace, $4,554. Number 1, Fire the Prez with Jason Thompson. Number 2, Nico, Justin Irvine. Number 3, Pumpkin Skin with Nick Clegg. And number 4, ATI Barley the King, James Day in the sulky. Horse to 2, right to the gate.
There's our field for the third one. Fire the Prez, Wayne Mash Jr., Jason Ash, Wayne Zollers, Green Wave Racing, all co-owned. Scott Cox trains, Jason Thompson drives. 4th place finish in a Buckeye, 2 back, 3rd at Northfield most recently. 2-year-old son of Catch the Fire. Hasn't won, but 2 runner-up finishes from 4 starts.
2-horse Nico make the driver Justin Irvine. Justin Irvine picks up the mount on Nico. Claire Almaltz trains for Robert and Lisa Corbin of Ashland, Ohio. 0 for 3 lifetime, does have a 3rd place finish. That was 2 back. Made a misstep last time out, broke and finished 5th. Did have a nice kicker in that race, too, back, though, 28-3. Should save ground and gets Justin Irvine 25-1. Always worth $2 at that number.
3 Pumpkin Skin, Nick Clegg, Josh Betty Clegg, and Kimber Clegg. You can ignore the line to be announced. They did not race that card. 2-year-old son of Summa Cum Laude. 2 wins from 9 tries, including at Carrollton 2 weeks ago.
4-horse ATI Barley the King. James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing. 1 for 4 on the season, but is 3 of 4 on the board. Took a mark 202 in Carrollton. I was there that day, and that was a pretty nice, powerful effort. Last time out, cut the whole fractions and ended up finishing 3rd. But this horse is well meant. Currently 1-5 on the tote board, and likes to go forward. So I imagine this one will be on the point.
They do get a little decent run up. The gate leaves them pretty early because the gate's got to get out of the way, and so there's some time for him to get to the front with the long straightaway. But he's gonna have a tough trip from post 4. That's the field for the 3rd. Here's Roger Houston.
The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and facing Fire the Press. Fast out of the gate. Pumpkin Skin on the outside second, getting away 3rd. Into the turn. That is ATI Barley the King, and trailing the field, Nico. On to the backside in the first 8th. On top, Jason Thompson shows the way with Fire of the Press by 3 lengths. Pumpkin Skin is there second. ATI Barley the King 3rd. And trailing the field, Nico. Straight alignment as they race by the opening quarter. Opening panel in 32 flat. Into the turn they go. The leader now on top by 5 lengths. That's Fire of the Press and Jason Thompson. Getting the fractions he wants. Trying to close the gap. Nick Clegg with Pumpkin Skin second. ATI Barley the King and James Day 3rd. And treading the field, Nico and Justin Irvine. Moving on the outside, James Day, ATI Barley the King as they race over to the halfway point. They're halfway home in 103-3. Into the turn they go. The leader remains Fire of the Press, racing second, Pumpkin Skin. Up on the outside, ATI Barley the King 3rd, racing 4th. Inside, Nico. Down the backside, going to the 3/4 station. Fire of the Press has been there every step. Pumpkin the Skin settles back in second. Up the inside, Nico 3rd. ATI Barley the King 4th. 3/4, 133-3. Thompson's got the pedal to the metal with a little more than 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Fire of the Press into the stretch, leads by 5 lengths. Pumpkin Skin trying to hang on second. ATI Barley the King on the outside. Up the inside, Nico through the stretch. On top, it's Fire of the Press and Jason Thompson getting closer to 2,000 wins.
Elementary, my dear Watson, 1, 2, 3. That's how they finished. But Fire the Prez, wow, nice, powerful effort here today. Jason did a great job. 4-5 Mutual too. Thought this horse would be the prohibitive favorite. They bet ATI Barley the King, and that horse ended up finishing 4th. I think mainly due to post position because Jason got off the wings very quickly with Fire the Prez. Took control. Nico got away actually 4th, and that horse rallied very nicely to grab 2nd to beat Pumpkin Skin right at the wire. So 1, 2, 3, unofficial, but I believe that's what we'll see. The one horse will be returning at least $3.60 to the faithful backers here in Lisbon, Ohio. And Jason Thompson and Scott Cox are on their way to the winner's circle. Beautiful day over here today in Lisbon. Sunny with partly clouds coming and going here, but a slight breeze. Grandstand's nice and cool and comfortable. I think we're going to dodge any rain, hopefully, here today and get the whole card in. But here's the winner's circle.
Have them ready for the 4th. In the Will Family winner's circle, number 1, Fire of the Perez. Owned by Mass, Sellers, Green Wave Racing. Scotty Cox, his first win this afternoon, is second for the week here at the fair. Jason Thompson getting his first win this afternoon. Number 3 here at the Columbiana County Fair. Number 8 on the Ohio Fair Circuit this year, and that's career win, 1,987. Results are official. Number 1, Fire of the
13
Perez,
wins
the winner.
away from 2,000 for Jason Thompson. Scotty Cox always like seeing him win. One of my favorite people on the backside. Never in a bad mood. I've never seen him in a bad mood.
Always has that smile.
Such a nice guy. So glad to see this son of Catch the Fire pick up his first career victory. And that's 3 in the books. Up next, we got a trio of 2-year-old trotters. And we'll be back after these messages.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair here in Lisbon. 3 races down. We're 25% of the way through. Still have 9 wonderful races to go. Just a field of 3 coming up here, so talk about an owner's race. $6,854, second division for Home Talent Colt freshman trotters, field of 3.
We've had nice purses both days over here so far, but yeah, 68.54. The third place finisher is going to get 12% here, so good day at the office.
$800 no matter guaranteed $800 no matter where you go.
Correct.
1 short range, Charlie Marek doing it all. This is the only one of the 3 that won. And we were there when he won at Cortland. 12-length winner, 12.5, timed in 2:11. Has a qualifier of 2:08 and 2 at Northfield.
So this one definitely has talent because I've heard good things about these in ranges so far. They believe this is their inaugural season. This horse, 2 skips and has come back to salvage a 2nd and a 4th place finish in both those efforts. So when he minds his manners, he is awful speedy. And the 1 pole can be a little tricky here again, though, with the tighter turns. Just see how this unfolds out of the gate. 2 horse looks like he has a little bit of gate speed too, which could put the 1 in a little bit of a precarious situation. But that's why they race them. We'll see how it goes. But nice compact field of 3 here.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned the sire in range because all 3 in this race are sons of in range.
Yeah, an in range son is going to win this race.
That's 1 to 1,000. Can we bet on that?
Ooh, that'd be nice. That's one of those few bridge jumper things where you can't lose.
I can also bet a horse to show in this race.
Yeah, technically, if they had show wagering. I saw in the program a couple times there were some 3-horse fields that said win, play, show wagering. But, oh, you're betting against yourself. Here's Roger.
2-year-old Colt Trot, hometown at Colt State, $6,854. Number 1, Short Range, Charlie Myrick. Number 2, Vicky's All-Star, the driver, Darren Harvey. And number 3, Can You Catch Me, Case Bateson in the sulky. Horses will go right to the gate.
There's our field of 3, 1 Short Range, Charlie Myrick doing it all. 2-year-old son of In Range of the Majestic Sunmare Short Range. 1 for 3 in his career. That win at Cortland, second at Carrollton, has broken his last 2 tries, has the rail.
2, Vicky's All-Star, Darren Harvey, trains and drives this one for owners Wayne Mast and Callahan Racing. 0 for 3, but been knocking on the door. 2 seconds and 1/3, 4,000 maiden earnings. Good second last time out at Painesville. Prior to that was second at Carrollton and third at Cortland. Did win his qualifier at Northfield on June 26th and won that by a couple lengths. So definitely some talent and everything there. Probably the horse to beat here. We don't have updated odds, but we'll see. But Vicky's All-Star.
3, Kanye, Catch Me. Karen Freed trains and co-owns with James Mims Jr., Dark Iron Racing, and Toth. Case Bateson drives. The first start at Hilliard broke pretty much all the way around the track, but then came back much better at Mount Vernon. 3rd place finish timed in 2:07 and 4, which is the fastest of the horses in this race that have been timed. Obviously, different tracks, but 2 starts, was much better in his second with Case driving. Now Case's second time behind him, and that's the field of 3 that head behind the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. Here's Roger Houston.
Behind the Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch end. Here they come. They're off and trotting, staying flat. Vicky's All-Star into the turn. Short Change gets away second, following the early break, and off stride trailing the field. Can You Catch Me? As they race around the turn, going to the first 8. On top of the field, it's Short Range, and Charlie Myrick showing the way. Racing second. Now, after the break, the leader, Vicky's All-Star. Short Range back trotting second. Trailing the field off stride, Can You Catch Me? As they race over to the first quarter mark. Opening quarter, 35 and 3. Into the turn they go. On top of the field, it's Vicky's All-Star showing the way. Short Range is there second, racing third. Can You Catch Me? As they race around the turn, go on to the 3/8 mark. Darren Harvey, Vicky's All-Star, has the lead by 15 lengths. Racing second is Short Range. Treading the field, Can You Catch Me? 2-year-old trotters coming to the halfway point. The leader, Vicky's All-Star, halfway home in 1:10 and 1/5. Into the turn they go. Short Range second. Can You Catch Me? Trails the field as they race around the turn, going to the 5/8 mark. On top of the field, Vicky's All-Star, Darren Harvey, leading now by 17 lengths. Racing second, Short Range. The trailer, Can You Catch Me? Down the backside, it's a jiggy jog from here for Darren Harvey and Vicky's All-Star. About to break the maiden at the 3/4 in 1:42 and 4. As they race around the turn, a little more than 1/8 of a mile to go. On top of the field, Vicky's All-Star coming home as Darren Harvey pleases. Second is Short Range. Can You Catch Me? Trails the field as they come down the stretch for the payoff. It's all Darren Harvey, Vicky's All-Star.
Sometimes in these fair races, all you have to do is trot.
Correct. I've been in harness racing since 1985. I don't think I've ever seen a race that was over at the start like that. Because when they went to the gate hadn't sprung yet, but the only horse left on the gate was the 2. And at that point in time, the 1 and the 3 had already spotted 5 or 6 lengths, and they were still off gate. So I literally said, as soon as the gate sprung, like, this race is over, and it was over.
Yeah, very impressive there. Just minding his manners, out for a training mile. Pretty easy victory for Vicky's All-Star to pick up his first career win. Source has been ultra consistent, though. Now 4 fair starts, has 1 little miscue there at Cortland, but quickly avenged that to be third. So now a third, 2 seconds, and a win. So this one continues to get better for Darren Harvey, 2-year-old son of In Range, out of Valley Victor's mare Vicky Yall, bred by Mark Raber of Ohio. It's the first lifetime win.
2-year-old Colt Pacers, 3 of them, have them ready.
And he is headed back to the winner's circle.
2-year-old Colt Pace, 3rd division, have them ready. Into the RF Wilk family winner's circle. Number 2, Vicky's All-Star. On Wayne Mass Jr. Callum Racing. Darren Harvey, the winning driver, as he picks up for the season. Win number 5 at the county fairs. 2-year-old young but in range of Vicky.
Roger said that was 5 wins for Darren Harvey, but it sure felt like more than that.
Oh, I'd say so, too. I mean,
Maybe that was just driving wins?
Oh, definitely it would have to be just driving, but I thought he's driven a lot of these trotters, but maybe he's just been on this home talent Colt circuit and hasn't really got out of it in the 3 or 4 cards that we've covered. It's just been his only fair races. So.
35-3, the half, 110-1.
Well, that's 4 in the books. We'll be back with race 5 after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon, Ohio. 4 races complete of the 12-race action. So we're up to race number 5. 4 different trainers, 4 different drivers, spreading the wealth around so far. And we're up to 2-year-old Colt Pacers, another field of 3. And we touched on the 2 in this race earlier, I Am the Sea. So I know you had some things to say about him, so we'll see how he handles the turns on the tight track.
Yeah, this horse wears knee boots, has a little bit of a funny way of going. Only a $7,000 Ohio Select purchase, and obviously that's been garnished threefold as this horse has 20 grand on her card. 10 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, 8 of 10 first or second. He's done a heck of a job. This horse also ran 4th way down in the bottom of the program in a Ohio sired Colt Pace, and this horse was entered on Saturday for a Colt Pace, and that got washed out. So they obviously think enough of this horse to put this horse in on a sire stakes. But Nick does like to race at the fairs, keep his horses fit and going and educated over here. So,
And this horse, he was willing to pay the $10,000 to put in the next generation. That's off the card now, which is pretty impressive because it was only about a month ago, the next generation, but it's already dropped off the program page. But he was stuck with post 9, but Nick did think enough of this horse to pay the $10,000 entry fee to put him in. So, and he held his own. Just what are you going to do from post 9? But he paced home in 27-1, I believe. So this horse is a nice little 2-year-old for Nick, son of Down by the Seaside, which it seems like in Ohio, for the pacing side of it, you got to have a Down by the Seaside. So, although I've touched on it, I do like the Summa Cum Laudes. They've been very precocious as 2-year-olds so far in their first crop. So, interested to see as another crop comes out next year.
2 out. 2 out. Waiting on 1.
Another tight field here. Owner's race, 3 horses in the race. Somebody's getting paid at least 12%, so someone's going to pick up $500 regardless of the outcome here. But this should be a good race because even though the 2 I Am the Sea does just jump off the program, I'm sure it'll be 1-9. Show Me the Money, the TBI announced line. It was 5th, individually timed 59.3 at Northfield Summit County Fair on Saturday. Prior to that was a good 4th and a good 3rd. This horse has been knocking. Gary Martin's a good conditioner. And Justin Irvine's been doing a great job both at the fairs and pari-mutuels. So would not surprise me if this horse gives the 2 a little bit of a run for the money.
Yeah, and if you think the 2 might have a little issues with the turn, this is probably the tightest track he's been on. Although Carrollton was pretty tight and he got over it pretty easily, so maybe he started to put those issues behind him with the knee boot not being the smoothest gated in the turns. But
8th race.
Field of 3. He could just get to the front here and be pretty tough to beat.
Irvine drives the 1. Gene said, race 8.
Still looking for one of them here.
2 out. 1 to go.
Just looking for Justin.
1 to go.
Can't miss him. He's wearing gold.
Correct. Joey's in front of the grandstands right now for us, so it's going to be easy for him to take a turn. Nick's at the top of the stretch, so once we get to 3 on the track up the backside, this will be real easy to do this post parade.
Just saw Justin get on the bike, hiding behind the barns there. Won a dance in flight. Couple of third-place finishes for this guy. Cortland at first asking. Fastest timed effort was 2:05 and 4. Third last out at Mount Vernon. Dancing Yankee Sun. Got the experience of the 2 I Am the Sea. Just a $7,000 purchase. The most expensive yearling is the 3 Show Me the Mooney. $13,500 at the Buckeye Classic
3
sale.
horses coming to the track. Get ready to post parade, Mr. Mapes. As soon as Justin Irvine gets to the track, post parade him.
No update on the tote board as of yet. I do expect I Am the Sea to be a prohibitive favorite here.
Yeah, he will most likely take a ton of the money. He's been betting Sire Stakes races and stuff, so on the fair circuit, should take a bunch of the play.
It was 1-2, 2 back at Mount Vernon, and was 1-2 that day, won by 5 lengths. So nice score and had the 5 hole, so obviously went forward from the outside and kept going.
I like that he showed a new dimension in that fair race, too. He wasn't on the front.
You're all out. Get them together, line them up, parade behind Mr. Mapes. Parade them.
They're on track for race 5. Field of 3. Here's Roger Houston.
6th race. Fifth race, 2-year-old Colt Pace, $4,554, home talent Colt Stake. Number 1, A Dance in Flight with Joey Mapes. Number 2, I Am the Sea with Nick Clegg. And number 3, Show Me the Mooney with Justin Irvine. In am the sulky. Horses go right to the gate. Get them ready for the 6th.
One horse, a Dancing Flight. Rick Mapes, Joey Mapes drives, Ricky Mapes owns. 0 for 2, 0 for 3 on the season. Does spurt 2 third-place finishes, though. Last time out, individually time 2:05 and 4. Looks to hold the rail position and will be one of the longer shots in here.
2 I Am the Sea, Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg team, 2-year-old down by the Seaside Sun, 5, 4, 10. So the most battle-tested of the group. 4th place finish in the Sire Stakes on July 13th at Northfield and 56 and 4.
Number 3, Show Me the Mooney. Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. This horse over 2 in a career. Did finish 5th on the line to be announced at Northfield last time out, 59-3. Hasn't missed a check in any 3 races here. 2 back at Paynesville was a good 4th, and that was a nice purse too. That they 15,001 division they went. We saw this horse race at Carrollton in their inaugural race and finished a game 3rd. So the times keep improving. He does get Justin Irvine. He's going to be second choice in the wagering here. The Dam, this Western Moonlight of this horse, was a good horse in her own right. And Kleinberg Racing from New Jersey owns this horse with Gary Martin and the Tridentes of Ashtabula. So I think they think pretty high. This one, it did cost, as Kenny told you, $13.5 at the Buckeye Classic sale. So upside, and this horse is getting ready, and we're going to see how ready she is along with the rest of them. Send it up to Roger Houston for the call of race number 5.
Behind the gate, and here they come. They're off and pacing a Dancing Flight on the inside. I Am the Sea on the outside, second. Into the turn, Show Me the Mooney racing third. As the race around the turn, going to the first 8. On top of the field, Joey Mapes, a Dancing Flight leads the way by 2 1/4. Racing second, I Am the Sea. Trailing the field, Show Me the Mooney. All in straight alignment down the backside, but not for long. Nick Clegg moves I Am the Sea up on the outside to grab the racetrack. Opening quarter in 33 and 2. Into the turn they go. I Am the Sea with the lead. A Dancing Flight is second. Show Me the Mooney third. As the race around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Straight alignment as the race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. I Am the Sea on top. Right there, second is a Dancing Flight. Tipping to the outside and coming on is Show Me the Mooney. As the race over to the halfway point. They're halfway home in 1:05 and 3. Into the turn, the leader remains I Am the Sea. Racing on the inside, a Dancing Flight. Up and moving on the outside, Show Me the Mooney. Around the turn, go on to the 5/8 mark. Nick Clegg and I Am the Sea has the lead now by 2 1/4. A Dancing Flight second. Show Me the Mooney on the straightaway, making up ground. Now third, now second, and going after the leader at the 3/4 mark. They reach the 3/4 in 1:36 and 2. Into the final turn. I Am the Sea leads the way by 2 1/2. On the outside is Show Me the Mooney. Now coming back to the outside after being passed is a Dancing Flight. Into the lane they come. On top of the field, I Am the Sea. Closing on the outside, Show Me the Mooney's going to run out of racetrack. Coming home, it's all I Am the Sea and Nick Clegg.
Nick Clegg picking up his second win on the card. I Am the Sea. Certainly some anxious moments there at the start. It looked like he wasn't maybe handling the racetrack quickly. But as soon as he started pacing, he was good and got to the front and won comfortably by a length, although the 3, Show Me the Mooney, certainly raced very well. Had to come from last to move to the outside and made the 2 work a little bit in the stretch, kept them honest. I think both of those put together nice miles there.
Yeah, 2-3 straight unofficial. I Am the Sea just a little more talented, and I think that's what got the job done today. This horse didn't handle track great, didn't handle turns great, but short fields make it a little bit easier for a horse that might hit his knees a little bit and get into himself. He'll do better when he does see Scioto, Miami Valley, some of the bigger tracks. But when you are probably the most talented individual in the race, you're going to at some point seize the racetrack, and that's what he did. 2-3-1 unofficial.
Kimber Clegg owns. Betty Clegg, the winning trainer. Her 35th this season at the fairs, the 4th here at the Columbiana County Fair. Nick Clegg gets his 3rd winning drive here at the fair this week and number 25 on the year in the Buckeye State. 2-year-old Gelding, but down by the seaside of the Sassy Q. Home winner in 2:06. Final half, 1 minute and 2/5. Final quarter, 29-3. Nick Clegg.
Nick Clegg, second driving and training victory on the card. First driver trainer to double up. It's the 2 I Am the Sea, son of Down by the Seaside. Makes it 2 straight wins at the fairs, and now 6 for 11 in his young career. As we complete 5, we'll be back after these messages with the 6th.
Midland Acres is proud to stand.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. 5 in the books on a 12-race card, so 7 to go. We're nearing the halfway point, and we get our first full field of the afternoon. 5 horses in this one, $4,369, first of multiple divisions. We're up to the sophomores now, graduating from the freshmen. They've graduated. We move on to the sophomore trotters here. Field of 5, Justin Irvine will do the driving of the 1, Mark 'em Up.
I believe we have one of our handicapping specials in this race, too. I'm not positive, but I think this might be Mark St. Louis's only drive.
Very well could be.
I did highlight that when I was doing handicapping ahead of time. Yeah, that's the only drive of Mark St. Louis, and I said it's interesting to see if he does come over to drive Tom's Cruiser. So as some wise young Northfield track announcer, handicapper extraordinaire has learned, this angle can be very profitable.
You got to be careful throwing the word wise around.
We have not seen a tote board yet, but Tom's Cruiser might offer some value here. This horse is 4 of 8, too, on the season. But Mark St. Louis made sure he drove over to be here today. And I did see him earlier warming up, so he is here. And that can only mean one thing for our locals here. you might want to take an extra long look when you're going down there to those wagering terminals to bet.
And this horse is 2 for 2 since moving to the fair circuit after a 7th place finish in the Buckeye Stallion at Northfield back on July 7th. 2-length win at Bucyrus, pretty comfortable there, but then much the best at Mount Vernon. 9-length score, he was out at every call. 6 for 19 in his career, 4 for 8 this season. 3-year-old son of Long Tom. He's done some nice things. He's now earns a 2 win at Scioto. He finished 6th in the Buckeye Stallion at Scioto, 55-4. So this is a fast animal, and Mark St. Louis, only drive.
2 out, 3 to go.
Pretty sure that angle has worked.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
2 in a row. Is David Young the second that worked for?
Yes. So that when we were at the fairs at Carrollton,
yes.
Remember, he barely got there. They took him off, and then I said, that's David Young. And he ended up going a big trip with that horse of Tim Van Horn's, who he expects to drive all summer. I did talk to Dave after the race, but at your place last night, he did win 2 in a row.
Yeah.
With his, I think he's got a 6 claimer, or 7,500 claim or something like that he raced up there.
Well, he doesn't have the horse anymore.
Oh, they got claimed?
They did get claimed last night, but 2 for 2, 8 claimer.
Okay.
15th race last night, so he had to stay all night, but 2 in a row. So yeah,
he owns that horse too, I believe. I'm not positive. I don't have a program, but I believe
I believe it was owned and trained by David Young. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good day for him. He got $8,000 plus the purse.
6,800, so picked up 34, but back to back, so he picked up 6,800 in 2 weeks plus the 8,000. It's a $15,000 week and a half.
And that's not bad when you own and train and drive kind of. Well, he had Chris Page drove 2 weeks ago. Who drove last night?
Sugg.
Oh, Kurt.
So he did.
Okay.
He did pay the 5%.
Yeah, he's giving away 5% of that, but that's still not bad. So congrats, David. If you are listening, I might give you a call on the way home just to check in with you. But because you got some extra money,
I'd love to give 5% of 15,000 if I win.
Yeah, come on. Good for you, David. Excellent.
And he was there last night.
Yep, I know he was. I was told that before, that he was driving up last night and he'd be there. And that does make for a long night home if because those guys are out of Chillicothe, so that's a good 4-hour drive home.
Don't have to take a turn, Mr. Irvine. Don't have to take a turn.
Trying to get them all sorted out for our field of 5. 5 does start behind the 1 here. 4 across. 5 starts from the second tier. Some solid horses in here. Look at the one, mark him up. 6 runner-up finishes, so he doesn't necessarily like to put his nose first, but he's a good owner, or a good horse to own, because the last 4 starts, $11,948 made with just 1 win. So.
Okay, you can parade them. Parade them. The track and the post for the 6th race. Hometown Colt Stakes, 3-year-old Colt Trot, first to $4,369. Number 1, Mark 'em Up, the driver, Justin Irvine. Number 2, Flying Tom with Ty Loy. Number 3, Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 4, Cherry's Prize with Charlie Myrick. And number 5, Good Shepherd, Jason Thompson. In the sulky. Horse will take 1 score, go right to the gate. Go right to the gate, gentlemen. Right to the gate.
There's our field of 5 for the 6th one. Mark him up. Justin Irvine driving for Ray Crawford. Co-owns with Suzanne Crawford Coachella. 3-year-old Marseille son. 5 straight top 2 finishes. Hasn't missed the exact in 5 tries, including a win from post 8 at Northfield. 3 back.
2, Flying Tom, Todd Lloyd trains and co-owns. This horse over 10 on the season, but was 2 for 11 last year. Is 5 of 10 on the board this year. Todd Lloyd, very sneaky trainer, knows what he's doing. He's been around for a long time, 70 years young. Don't sell this one too short. Currently, he's 8-5 co-favorite.
3, Tom Cruiser. Already touched on him. Back-to-back scores in the fairs at Bucyrus and Mount Vernon. Impressive 9-length winner last out. 4 for 8 in his career. 3-year-old son of Long Tom. Lifetime best. Pretty fast. 56-2.
4-horse Cherry's Prize, trained and driven by Charlie Myrick for Second Chance Stables of Ravine, Ohio. 1 for 10 on the season, 201-1 at Northfield. Nice snappy time. 4th last time out, prior to that 5th. Did race in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield on July 7th, so they thought enough of him to put him in there. He raced also at the end beginning of June in a Buckeye race and finished 4th, individual time 58-2. Another horse that's a contender in here, 6-1.
5 Good Shepherd, Jason Thompson for owner trainer Eli Miller, 3-year-old son of Caragioso. He will start from the second tier as we start 4 across here. 2 third-place finishes and a win at Cortland so far. He's been racing every Tuesday, consistent every week. Good Shepherd makes his 4th career start, and that's our field of 5.
One last look at the tote board. 3, 9-5. Tom's Cruiser, good price. I thought this horse would be odds on. Second choice Ty Lloyd 2-1. Third choice Mark 'em Up 5-2. 5 horse 7-2, and the 4 rounds out the field at 7-1. And we'll send it up to Roger Houston for the call of race number 6.
And behind the gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. And the recall lights are on.
Oh, yeah, Justin.
Recall.
Well, we're going to have a little delay here for the 6th. Recall lights went on because the 1, Mark 'em Up, Justin Irvine with a flat tire. It sounded like from what Roger said, so some more time for this 6th race. It's the Hometown Lincoln Stakes First Division, $4,369, field of 5. Little bike change. For the 1. Great crowd on hand, cheering when the horses come by us. It's been a good day. It's hot, but we're lucky in the grandstand here. We're covered, so we're in the shade.
Recalls are always fun. Recall. We had a flat tire yesterday, too, didn't we? Yeah, 2 flat tires, 2 days.
You posed that question as if I was here.
I was looking at Steve.
Oh. I tried to get Steve-O to talk, but he's he likes to listen, takes it all in.
He does. Steve-O's the man. We had some fun yesterday, didn't we, Steve-O?
Occasionally I'll talk.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Looks like we have a nice little crowd. 99 on YouTube, 51 on Facebook, so 150 people tuning in.
Nice.
Plus the people that have tuned in and out as races go on.
Sure. Got a great crowd, too. Like we've had a good many people filter in. I'd say we got about 100, 125 people here today.
We talked about this at Bucyrus. Now, since we have a couple minutes, we'll give you a few minutes. Are you a big sports fan?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we did the Ohio, which was a little tough for me because I don't have a ton of Ohio experience. But what would be your Mount Rushmore of Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania players? Any sport. They didn't have to grow up in Pennsylvania. Just had to play for the Pirates or play for the Penguins.
Merrill Lemieux.
76ers.
Merrill Lemieux. Steve-O's in there. That's a good one because Pittsburgh has a huge sports town with a lot of history. You've got your Terry Bradshaws. We'll go with some recency. Dave Parker, the Cobra, just got into the Hall of Fame this weekend. Unfortunately passed away in the last couple months, but he made it to the Hall of Fame. Willie Stargell, a lot of great baseball players.
Roberto Clemente.
I was telling someone this story yesterday because I was fortunate enough to play in Three River Stadium. I used to play minor league baseball, and I played a doubleheader there in front of 60,000 people. And the first thing I did when I got in the batter's box, I said, this is the same spot that Roberto Clemente stood in Three River Stadium. They only played in Three River Stadium 3 years because they opened it in 1970 and he passed away in 73. But it was still pretty cool to know that I stood in the same batter's box as Roberto Clemente at Three River Stadium. But, yeah, ooh, that's tough. A lot of mountain. And then you can actually, if you want to step out of the box, like Joe Namath is from Pittsburgh, Joe Montana is from Pittsburgh. They weren't necessarily Pittsburgh players, meaning they didn't play for the Steelers.
Has called the horses to the gate as Markham Up is back on the track with a different race bike.
Sidney Crosby,
Marilyn Lemieux. I mean, you've got, football players. I mean, you can just go down the list, all the greats, Franco Harris, Lynn Swann, Terry Bradshaw, Elsie Greenwood, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert,
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I mean, there's story after story. Rod Woodson,
Antonio Brown.
And,
he wouldn't be he wouldn't be on the Mount Rushmore, but fantastic player in Pittsburgh.
He's a fantastic player. If he would have had a governor on his body and his mind, he would have probably even been better. But
all right, all 5 are behind the gate. We'll send it to Roger Houston for the 6th.
Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come.
Oh, look at the cone again.
He's in the grass running before the start.
Oh, man. But he hit that cone. The cone's down, too.
They're off and trotting. Tom Cruiser goes for the lead. Flying Tom is there second. Jerry's Prize up on the outside third. Getting away fourth. That's Good Shepherd. And trading the field, that is Markham Up. Around the turn, going to the backside. Mark St. Louis Jr. and Tom Cruiser show the way by a length and a half. Making a break, Jerry's Prize. Down the backside they go. Flying Tom racing second. Racing third, Good Shepherd as they race over to the quarter. 32-2. Into the turn they go. Racing fourth is Sherry's Prize and treading the field Markham Up. Straight alignment around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. The leader, Tom Cruiser, on the move on the outside. Here comes Good Shepherd. Jason Thompson racing third. Flying Tom. Fourth on the outside is Markham Up. The trailer is Sherry's Prize as they race over to the halfway point. They reach the half in 1:04. The end of the turn they go. Tom Cruiser shows the way by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside is Good Shepherd. Now second for Jason Thompson. Flying Tom and Ty Lloyd trots third. Trying to close the gap. Markham Up and Justin Irvine fourth. Treading the field, Sherry's Prize. Down the backside of the 3/4 mark. Tom Cruiser with the lead. The battles for that second spot at the 3/4 in 1:35. Midway around the final turn, it's Tom Cruiser on top of the field. Good Shepherd on the outside. Inside is Flying Tom. Less than an 8 to go. Into the stretch on the outside, Good Shepherd. Flying Tom's in the infield. Coming home, Good Shepherd. In between horses, Tom Cruiser. Tom Cruiser with the lead, and here they are.
3-2-5, unofficial, but we will have an inquiry lit up there as the 3 Tom's Cruiser was cruising along the whole way, and just at the top of the stretch took a couple bad steps. Looks like he gathered and lost a little ground and then came back on to win, but we'll have to let the judges decide if he lost some significant ground and if he'll stay up on the toe board or not. But right now, unofficial, 3-2-5.
And if anybody was able to hear us in the middle of the race, this is exactly why. It is horse racing. Anything can happen, and it truly, you can never count your chickens before they hatch in this sport, because we both talked about how he was sent off at 8-5. He was the favorite, but 8-5 was probably a good price on a horse that has really just dominated both of his fair races and was going to make the lead pretty comfortably, and he was just cruising. And then all of a sudden you look up at the top of the stretch, and he puts a couple bad steps in, and we'll see what the judges say. Definitely looked like he broke, though, for a split second, so he did come back, regather himself, and pick up the victory, but there is the inquiry sign.
Number 2, Flying Tom, off the race course.
Interesting.
So not what we thought.
Is posted against the 2, Flying Tom, for racing off the race course.
That I'm not completely understanding, because if the 2 did leave the race course, it might have been because the 3 broke in front of him and he was trying to avoid him. But, again, the good part about me and you is we're just here to talk about these races. We'll let the judges figure out exactly what they need to do for placings here. But right now, unofficial, we have 3-2-5, 3 horses to go off at 8-5.
Ty Lloyd, go to the starting gate right away.
Well, and that's the good thing. They do talk to the driver, so if it ends up being where Ty says that, the horse in front of him made him go in the grass, then they will probably look at what's happening, sometimes the numbers aren't blinked, but obviously the judges are looking every race. I think that's a misconception maybe in our sport, is that every race the judges are looking at it. Whether the inquiry sign is posted or not, they're going to look every time. So, they're not going to miss things like that.
And we actually have, for the betting public to know and the wagering things, we sometimes don't even have inquiries in races, and drivers still get fined for going in pylons.
Absolutely.
And there might not even be placings, but there's still infractions that they come up with that didn't affect the outcome of the race that they're watching. So you are correct. Every race their job is, and we've got 3 good judges here. They're always keeping a good eye on everything. And we've had a couple inquiries over the years down here where they've used our video and different things to just look at all the stuff. So no one has made it back to the winner's circle as well, which tells me
Ty
that
Lloyd, starting gate.
the 3
Ty
is on his
Lloyd.
way back. Tom's Cruiser. He's taking his time, though.
Yeah, if he was trying to sell it, he's not doing a great job selling it because he's hesitant to come back to the winner's circle. So even Mark knows maybe that they're at least going to look for a minute on this one.
Now, Mark drives regularly at Northfield, doesn't he?
No, not particularly.
Really? Okay.
Kind of just drives a couple horses here and there. He did drive for a few weeks, did okay. Yeah, just driving, just a couple. If the result stands, it's another driver with 1 drive on the card picking up a victory. This angle is undefeated on the Fair live stream so far that we've been here.
And what did the horse pay Jason Thompson? Do we know?
Judges' inquiry now against the unofficial winner. We have a judge's inquiry against the unofficial winner for a possible break, causing confusion amongst trailing horses.
So there's the inquiry now against the 3, so probably after talking to Ty.
Lewis, I'd go to the starting gate as well. Go to the starting gate as well. No. Don't hit that Ty. Don't hit it. Oh.
Well, as they say, anything that can go wrong goes
Mr.
wrong. So.
Wolfenberg's on the backside. Oh, no, never mind. Here's the presiding judge. Hey, Mark, step back up here. Dave Stats wants to talk to you.
This is real-time judges thing where they're using our camera view. The 2 judges up here, Woody and Rich, are watching, and Dave Stats are providing judges down on the track talking to Mark St. Louis as well. So one thing I'll say is these guys get very interactive here. We've got walkie-talkies. We've got our footage and different things to talk to the drivers just to see what the placings and everything that happens. So we're doing everything we can to get all the information out there.
Yep. You just made a skip, right? You're coming out of the turn.
Mark St. Louis was pleading his case to our presiding judge that he didn't really break. He's suggesting that he just bobbled, but like we said, it's not our call. At the end of the day, we just talked about the races, described the action.
Yeah, we're just a couple innocent bystanders, so.
Yep. Luckily, we don't have to make the calls. It doesn't. And these are important decisions, obviously.
Extremely important decisions. We're rushing for purse money. We've got wagering dollars. We've got a little bit of everything involved here, so Yep, we're just making sure that everything is. And again, these guys do an amazing job. These judges here, I've been with them for many years. I've covered this, and we've fixed the finish line twice now in within 6 races. So I guess
it's taking a little bit of abuse.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit of abuse, and
so it's only got to get through 6 more.
That's it, exactly. We'll see what the judges end up coming up with in here, but I do love that they're talking to drivers, talking to combatants. And again, I've always heard this, well, drivers aren't going to tell you the truth. But when they first saw this happen, they blinked the 2-horse saying he went off the course. Well, then you talk to that driver and say, well, why'd you go off the course? Well, I had to. I was trying to avoid getting in an accident. And then they're like, whoa. And then it gets Steve-O's video here and say, well, yeah, I do see that. So now you look at a lot of other things and take things into account. So the whole idea is like anything, like a good police officer and a good judge, get as much information as possible. That way you can make a decision.
Absolutely. Like, started with the 2. Ty says, hey, the 3 caused it. You know, obviously he's pleading his case, maybe trying to sell it a little bit, of course. But then you talk to Mark St. Louis, and even he admits that he did make a little bit of a bobble. So it's a tough call. Be interesting to see what the judges ultimately decide. But I did go on Facebook, wanted to see some of our viewers commented. Tim Conkright is watching from a golf course in Toledo, so doing double duty, listening to the stream, playing some golf.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun.
That does sound like a good time. Are you a big golfer? I could see you just really being a big, long driver.
I love to golf. I just don't do it that often. It's funny because this summer with harness racing, going away, working, doing different things, you've got to really, when you do golf.
Your attention, please. Number 3, Tom Cruiser has been disqualified and placed 3rd for interference with horses while on a break. The new winner is number 2, Flying Tom, finishing 2nd, placed the winner. Number 5, Good Shepherd, finishes 3rd, is placed 2nd. And Tom Cruiser, for a violation, finished 1st, has been placed 3rd. Here's your complete order of finish. Number 1, mark him up for the 2, Flying Tom, 2nd, placed the winner. Yes. Number 3, Tom Cruiser, 1st, placed 3rd. Interference while on a break, top of the stretch. The 4, Cherry's Prize, 5. The 5, Good Shepherd, 3, placed 2. Top down, 4, placed 1, placed 3, 5, placed 2. Fractions, 32.
So the judges do make a call.
135.
Number
205. You said 205.
Well,
3, Tom Cruiser ended up placed 3rd there. So Ty Loy will pick up the win.
That's the inaugural win for the season now, 1 of 11 for Flying Tom.
Yep, a couple of 3rd place finishes. Bucyrus and Painesville picks up the win here.
Time in just a second.
Place price paid just as much as the win.
Yeah, sometimes you have that because the 5 was uncovered, so you got 640, 620, 1420 exact. A nice pair of mutuals with the 3 out of the exacta in here. 2-5 is official.
Flying Tom will be 205.
And that gives us 6 in the books. We're halfway through. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio. The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. It took a disqualification to break the undefeated streak of drivers with one drive on the entire card winning. After the disqualification in the sixth, Ty Loy picks up the victory. We're halfway down. We got 6 to go, and we have another full field of 5. And our first full field of 5 had some fireworks in there, so we'll see if we can come back here with Pacers, first division for 3-year-old colt Pacers.
One program change here, it's just a TBD. So again, all our programs are available at harnessracingohio.com. Harnessracingohio.com. You can look at today's program. The only program update more than a change is the 3 down by the parade line to be announced from Summit County Fair on this past Saturday. Finished 5th that day, individually timed 1:57. That's your only change. Everything else is going as programmed with drivers in posts.
We do have Jason Thompson on the 1.
Oh, okay, so we do got a change.
Late driver change. It's very rare at the fairs that I have a driver change and Don Tiger does not, so that might be a first.
It's always a first.
And they're all on the track, so they were ready to go. Here's Roger with the post parade.
They're on the track and ready to the post for the 7th race. Hometown and Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colt Pace for $3,345. Number 1, Gary, the driver, Jason Thompson. Number 2, catching up with James Day. Number 3, down by the parade, Nick Clegg. The 4, Sam's Legend, Myron Weaver. And number 5, Dragon Mode, Joey Mapes in the sulky. Horse will go right to the gate, race 7. Jason Thompson driving the 1, Gary.
There's our field of 5 for the 7th. 1 is Gary. Jason Thompson does the driving for owner-trainer Lanny Merriman. 3-year-old Weston Vintage Son. Just 2 starts, 212, and then improved to 203 and 3, but yet to pass a horse.
2, catching up, James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing. 1 for 7 on the season. That win was 3 back at Cortland. Nice front running score, or actually a rallying score that day, won by open lengths. His race pretty consistent, not a good post in the last, and still ended up saving 5th. One of the choices in here.
3 down by the parade, the Clegg team here. 3-year-old son of down by the seaside. We all know what down by the parade was as a 2-year-old. Not quite the same so far as a 3-year-old, but this is the first time Nick will do the driving in quite some time. Last time Nick drove him, he put him on the lead at Cortland. He did fade and finish 3rd, but I would expect an aggressive steer here.
4-horse Sam's Legend, Myron Weaver, trains and drives for CJK Stables of West Farmington, Ohio. Over 10 on the year, does have a 3rd place finish. Parked the overland last time out at Carrollton. Prior to that was a good 4th at Cortland. And don't have an update on Tote Board, but another one of the rank outsiders here.
5, Dragon Mode, Joey Mapes driving for owner-trainer Rick Mapes. 3-year-old son of Fear the Dragon. 0 for 28 in his career, but he's hit the board in 12 of those 28 tries. He's already made $6,000 this season without a win. 5 third-place finishes. Comes off a 4th most recently at Mount Vernon.
And there's your field of 5.
5 does start from the 2nd tier, just 4 across here.
No updated wagering as of yet, so we can't really give you where the tote action is. I'm assuming it would be landing on the 2 and the 3 in here.
I think if I was playing, I'd be looking at the 2, potentially a 3-2 kind of lineup. Have the 2 maybe just get the better of the 3 late. That'd be my play in here, I think.
That's a good play. I think both of those horses are main contenders in here. And starting gate's starting to move. Roger Houston's assembling them up the backside, and they're going to the starting gate. So we're going to send up to the voice Roger Houston for the call of race number 7.
Pacers in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing down by the parade. Fast out of the gate to the top. Catching up, gets away second. Into the turn third. As they race around the turn, Gary pacing fourth. It's Dragon Mode, and treading the field, Sam's Legend. Opening eighth. Down the backside they go. Down by the parade. Nick Clegg showed the way by a length and a quarter. Racing right there, second is catching up. Slightly gapped is Gary, racing third at the quarter. Quarter in 32 3/5. Into the turn, racing fourth. That's Dragon Mode, and treading the field, Sam Legend. Go on to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field, Nick Clegg, and down by the parade, getting his fractions on the front end. James Day, and catching up right there second. Third is Jason Thompson with Gary. Fourth on the inside, Joey Mapes and Dragon Mode. On the outside, Myron Weaver and Sam's Legend. At the half in 103 3/5. Into the turn, going to the 5/8. On top of the field, it's down by the parade. Now a length and a half. Racing second is catching up. Onto the backside in the 3/4 mark. Racing third, Gary starting to really gap out. Racing fourth, Dragon Mode. The trailer is Sam's Legend. Straight alignment once again. Go on to the 3/4 station. They're at the 3/4 in 1:33 4 as they race around the turn. A little more than an eighth to go. The leader, Nick Clegg, and down by the parade, has the lead by a length and 3/4. Racing second is catching up, trying to do just that. But through the stretch, it's all Nick Clegg down by the parade. Here comes a late pace on the outside, catching up. Will catching up get there? Nope, it's Nick Clegg. Down by the parade.
I knew.
A little bit of action. So these 5-horse fields, we've seen a lot of fireworks.
They could look at this one again. That was close. The two, top of the stretch, it looked like down by the parade was home, but tired a little bit late in the mile, and the two catching up pulled to the outside, and then they were in close quarters. Not quite sure if they locked wheels or not, but down by the parade, if he does pick up the victory, did protect that aggressive steer from Nick. He did put him on the front, and he goes the entire mile on the lead. We'll see if the judges do look at it. Either way, the 3 and 2 dominated there, catching up and down by the parade, well clear of the others.
Yeah, regardless of the result, it was nice to see 2 horses ding-dong into the wire. I mean, that was pretty exciting. So, and this catching up just continues to improve. 0 for 11 last year, but really putting the game on in the last couple efforts here.
I got so excited watching the top 2, I don't even know who finished third.
I don't either.
On the top 2 there.
I was very excited about that stretch duel. I thought it was a good stretch duel race. And
well, James Day didn't stop at the car and didn't hear an inquiry yet, so this one might stand. If it does stand, it's a triple for the Clegg team.
yeah, they bet those horse paper thin. 3 horse did go off your betting favorite at even money, catching up 6-5. So the public was dead on it. See what the 3-2 exacta pays, which you liked.
I did like the 3-2 exacta, 3-2 lineup, $2-3.
3-year-old Colt Pacers, 5 of you have them ready.
I would have played the 2 there. I would have been a little frustrated losing a neck in the end, but down by the parade just digs in, gets to some of his back class races, and turns away catching up. Nick's colors match the color of the grandstand here. Painted bright red. And 3 down by the parade on his way to the winner's circle.
3-year-old Cole Pace, home talent stake for Pacers. First division, number 3, Down by the Parade. Kimber Clegg, the owner. Betty Clegg, the trainer. Nick Clegg in the sulky. Third win of the day for the Cleggs at the Columbiana County Fair. 3-year-old Gelliba down by the seaside of the Gracie's Parade. Home winner in 2:04. Final half, 1:02. Final quarter, 30-1. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, Down by the Parade.
Very nice mutual there, 1160 exacta given out by Kenny there. A nice 1160, 420 to win, 210 on both in the place tickets. That wraps up race number 7. Takes us into race number 8. We've got a couple changes here for you. Race number 8. 1, Gene said, make the driver Justin Irvine. 2, Dancing in My Stocks is first Lasix. 5-horse Pure Dragon will now be driving by Harvey Hirschberger. Harvey Hirschberger on the 5, Pure Dragon. And we'll give you that race after these brief messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Welcome back here to the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. 7 down, 5 to go. 12 race card on day 2. Here from the oldest sporting event in the history of the Columbiana County.
Isn't that pretty cool? Just think 1853, since then they've raced every year. I mean, we went through a lot of things during that time. Civil wars, pandemics. I mean, I'm probably not thinking of 10 or other things. A great flood. I'm sure they had some great flood of Ohio at that time period, or something went on. It's hard to believe that they've made sure that they've had racing every year since 1853.
World Wars.
World Wars, yeah.
I'm not a great history buff, but definitely 2 of those.
Yeah, and they've kept racing going, which is phenomenal. It's good to hear. It's good to see it. I love tradition. Tradition's good. And I know Don, the MC here, always gives a rundown and talks about Old Glory, which is the big flag that Steve's going to show you in the middle of the infield. Huge flag here, which they're very proud of, that they call Old Glory. We always, every year, sing the national anthem. And you see him, Old Glory, moving in the breeze that we have today. Just a picturesque area, too, as you can see the backdrop. As Steve's showing you, we've got a nice rolling hills with green foliage everywhere, and as you go to the upper top of the stretch, you can see some cornfields over there. This place sits down here. Lisbon's just a nice little area. It's easy to get to for me, too. I just come right in through East Liverpool on Route 30, come right across and kind of pop right into the town, and it's a town that does have amenities, houses around here, but it just literally comes up out of nowhere, which is really cool, but a nice place to be, and the fair is very well supported. Yesterday when I believe it was opening day, and a lot of the fair booths weren't open, and Ashley was even like, man, I can't find something. But the few booths that were open, they said that they expect massive crowds all week here. They said they can be 10 or 15 deep at the one gyro stand I went to at any given time. So I think they have a lot of people local that do support the fair here. I know parking's a premium. We've been fortunate to get in here due to our credentials, but I know it's a tough place. Even Steve-O couldn't get in here as easy as he should, so he had to go the overland and walk. They let him in the back door yesterday, but today he got kicked to the front and had to work his muscles to bring everything over here today. Luckily, he's a young, fit guy, so we're okay. Otherwise, we wouldn't be giving this broadcast. So
That's my favorite part about all the fairs. I've said this before when we were at Carrollton and Cortland. Learning how to get here. These are towns I never probably would drive to if it wasn't for the county fairs here. So it'll take you to some neat places, have a good time, watch some harness racing, which we're all proud, and anybody that's watching this certainly loves harness racing. So I made the mistake of having to go to the bathroom in between races and walk through all the good-smelling food and instantly was hungry. So all the booths are open today, and it's smelling great down there. Nice little – they have a Stromboli stand. That looked pretty good.
I know I'm going to catch that milkshake stand on the way out. 'Cause a couple years ago, they gave us milkshakes. I can't remember. We had a delay or something. They brought a bunch of milkshakes for all of us up here, and they were delicious. But today I'm actually going to go purchase one.
Well, how was your food report? You had a gyro when I walked in.
Yeah, I had a gyro. So the very interesting for anybody that does attend the fair, Columbiana County Fair this week coming up, or might be here today, right behind the grandstands, if you head to like the top of the stretch that way, which is where the main stuff is. But there's a big barbecue pit over there too, by the way, which I heard is excellent. But you go that way, a family-owned gyro stand. That's all they have is gyros. They've had it for 30 years, and they have their own secret sauce. And I will tell you, it's a very good sauce. So
you might make me stop over there.
Yeah, Frank used to give golden horseshoes. I can't remember his scale, so I don't want to basically insult him. But I think he was 5 golden horseshoes or something he had. You know, Steve, have you ever heard him say that?
Yeah, but I don't know what
how many horseshoes it was. Okay, well, we'll say it's 5. He had a scale 0 to 5 golden horseshoes. I'd give it 4 golden horseshoes, that gyro stand. I think it was very good. So very nice, fresh white onion, tomato, lettuce, and the guy says one of the secrets that we've always had is we put a ton of meat on our gyros. So, and I would agree with that.
Yeah, it looked like a packed gyro, and if tzatziki sauce, special sauce, I'm going to have to check it out. But then you talked about the barbecue place, and any barbecue is 5 horseshoes to me, so.
That's a good barbecue tip because they barbecue it right out back there, too. Where see those red tents are? That's where they're making it underneath there. So I think I'm going to get a milkshake and some pulled pork on the way home. How about that?
That is just torturing me.
You're going to pay for that.
Race number 8, we're still trying to get you some horses on track. Again, late changes here. Gene said, make the driver Justin Irvine. He's been a very popular catch driver last 2 days here. He does pick up the mount on Gene said. Dancing in My Socks, first time Lasix today for James Day. And Pure Dragon, Harvey Hirschberger, he picks up the mount on Pure Dragon, who will start from the second tier.
Yeah, another field of 5. We're 2 for 2 with great action in those, so let's see if we can remain perfect. Pacer, second division, so should be fun in here. Lasix on the 2, Justin on the 1, Harvey on the 5. Clegg has 2. The line to be announced on Fear Romeo. Do you know where he finished?
I do. DNF did not finish that day. Can't remember if he made a break or not, but I did put that in the program. So the line from 726 Fear Romeo did not finish that day, so DNF.
Yeah, now that I do remember now, I'm pretty sure he broke and was significantly out of it. And knowing that he had a fair, he probably just said, you know what, let's pack it up and save him for the fair. They're all on track. Here's Roger for the post parade.
They're coming in.
These are the horses for the 8th race. 3-year-old Colt Pace, Hometown and Colt Stake, second division, $3,345. The 1, Gene said, Justin Irvine. The 2, Dancing in My Socks, James Day, first time Lasix. Number 3, Fear Romeo with Nick Clegg. Number 4, Shuffle School Legacy with John G. Wingard.
Okay.
And number 5, Pure Dragon, Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky. Horse going right to the gate for the
Field of 5, 1 Gene said, Justin Irvine driving for Ryan Deaton, the Randy T. Young Stables, 3-year-old Well Said Gelded Son, 1 for 25 in his career, but he's hit the board in 15 of those 25 tries.
2 Dancing in My Socks, first time Lasix today. James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing. This horse does more to mark. A 50.74 Northfield Park is the fastest mark in the race. This horse has been knocking on the door too. Sneaky play inside here. He's the current favorite too at 4-5.
3 Fear Romeo, Nick Clegg for the Clegg team, son of Fear the Dragon. 0 for 11, hasn't hit the exact in those 11 tries. Does have 3 third-place finishes, clocked in 59-3 back at Bucyrus from post 8.
Shovels Cool Legally, Lily Finn's horse, trained by John Wingard, driven by John Wingard today. 0 for 4 on the season. Made a skip last time out from an inside post. Has showed some braking problems in the past, but when has stayed flat, has managed to get some nice checks. We'll look to stay flat and get minor rewards in here. Currently 17-1.
5 Pure Dragon, Harvey Hirschberger for Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. 3 for 37 in his lifetime. 2 wins this season with a clocking of 58-4 at Northfield. Most recently was 6th at Mount Vernon. Has a 3rd-place finish at Carrollton. 3 back. He's racing in all the fair races as these Clegg horses tend to do, and that's the field of 5. They're already headed to the Mike Wokenberg starting gate. Here's Roger Houston.
Here they come.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. Oh.
They're off and pacing, going for the lead. That is Gene Said as they race into the turn. Getting away second is Fear Romeo. Racing third is Shuffle School Legacy. As they race to the backside, fourth, Pure Dragon, and trading the field, following the early break. That is Dancing in My Socks. Down the backside they go. Justin Irvine and Gene Said by 5 lengths. Pure Romeo is there second, racing third. Shuffle School Legacy, opening quarter in 31-3. Into the turn, racing fourth, Pure Dragon, treading the field, Dancing in My Socks. As they race around the turn, go on to the 3/8 mark. It's Gene Said and Justin Irvine by 6 lengths. Racing second is Fear Romeo. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Shuffle School Legacy racing third. Up on the outside, Pure Dragon fourth. Dancing in My Socks fifth. Halfway home in 1:02. Into the turn they go. The leader, Gene Said, takes him to the backside in the 5/8 mark, trying to close the gap. Fear Romeo, and doing just that, Nick Clegg goes to the outside. Racing third, Shuffle School Legacy. Down the backside they go. Pure Dragon fourth. Dancing in My Socks fifth. Up on the outside, Fear Romeo has taken the lead by 3/4 of a length. On the inside, Gene Said, 3/4 in 1:32-4. Midway around the final turn, Fear Romeo now has the lead by 1.25 lengths. Racing second, it's Gene Said with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. On the outside with the lead, Fear Romeo. On the outside here now comes Gene Said. Fear Romeo, Gene Said closing on the outside. Coming to the wire, it's Fear Romeo. Gene Said second. Home third, Pure Dragon.
Grand slam for the Clegg team. Fear Romeo, maiden breaker, dismissed at 5-1. Picks up the victory over the one Gene Said.
Yeah, big turnaround from a few days ago. Made a break Saturday at Northfield. Here we are Tuesday afternoon, and this horse is on the way to Winter Circle. Nice power move up the backside. Looks like caught Justin either sleeping a little bit or just couldn't keep that one in gear. But once cleared, held sway in the lane, and maiden debut. We'll at least pay $12 for the locals that backed Fear Romeo. 3-1 unofficial.
2 Dancing in My Socks, who did go off the betting favorite here, broke at the start. That pretty much took him out of the running. It's interesting now that sometimes at the fairs I'm curious, will the betting start to go to the Clegg barns, even if they're, maybe in the race they should be 3, 4, 5-1. Do they start to go 6-5, 7-5? Because now people are, well, they've already won 4. Let's bet them again.
Let's have them ready for the 9. 3-year-old colt trotters, 5 of them. Get them ready.
Nick wasting no time back to the winner's circle. Here's the 3, Fear Romeo.
This time into the Wilk family winner's circle. Number 3, Fear Romeo. Kimber Clegg, Betty Clegg, and Nick Clegg, and it's a grand slam today for the Clegg family here at the Columbiana County Fair. 3-year-old Colt, the Fear the Dragon, a Lady Capulet, home a winner in 203, 2/5. A lifetime mark for Fear Romeo. Results are official. Number 1, Gene Said, 2. The 2, Dancing in My Socks, 5. The 3, Fear Romeo, the winner. The 4, Shuffle School Legacy, 4. The 5, Pure Dragon, 3. Top down, 2, 5, 1, 4, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 31 and 3. The half, 102. 3/4, 132, 4. The mile, 203, 2/5. No changes. Race 9. Bring them on. 3-year-old Colt Trotters, 5 of you. Bring them on. Race 9.
So race 8 is in the books. Takes us to race number 9. We've got no program changes for it this time. The 3, Our Boss, does have a TBD announced line. That was 4th, 202 and 2 on the Summit County Fair Saturday at Northfield. Typhoon Tony was 5th there, 202 and 4. We'll tell you more about race number 9 after these brief messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair here at Lisbon. We're 8 races through our 12 race card, so 4 to go. Starting here in the 9th. No program changes at the moment. Field of 5 trotters. A couple of Sons of Long Tom in here, 3 of them actually. Standing at Midland Acres. Clegg team has Our Boss. Braden Rhodes will do the driving. 5 wins from 33 tries, 4 of 10 this season. So he's really turned it around as a 3-year-old, as a sophomore. His freshman season just 1 for 23, but already 4 of 10. Shows a ton of speed at the fairs. Wouldn't be shocked to see this guy going forward. I think this is one of the more competitive races on the card.
Yeah, what I do when I pre-advanced handicap, I sit at home, and anytime you see a highlight on a horse's number, that is when I really like a horse, and I think he kind of stands out. So I do believe it's an evenly matched group, but the one just looks to me a little bit faster than the rest of these. He's had some good efforts too, and they've raced him a little bit higher classes. So One horse can be tricky for trotters, but this Eli Miller trained and owned horse with Jason Thompson, and Jason's done a good job over here at 2-day meet. I would expect this one to be a prohibitive favorite and one of the choices in here. Well, an update for you here, too. Frank did check in and give us his horseshoe ratings. So we have regular horseshoe ratings. So what that means is if we rated this place, the gyro place, it would just be 4 horseshoes.
Correct.
Now, if I called it 4 golden horseshoes, that means I would actually come back here to the Columbiana County Fair when we were not racing and buy that food. So that's how you get a golden horseshoe. If it's so good, you got to drive all the way back from home to get some more of it. So
3 out, 2 to go. 3 out, 2 to go.
Which I think Frank would agree with me on this. The Cattleman place in Zanesville, because he turned me on to that place, the steak sandwiches there would be worth going to without racing. They were that good. I mean, they were amazing. That's as good as steak sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And for anyone that's seen my belly, I've had a few of those steak sandwiches go in them.
I went out to dinner this week and actually had a steak sandwich, and I touted that as the best steak sandwich I've ever had. So.
And where was it from?
That was from R.H. Cleveland.
R.H. Cleveland. We'll have to keep that in mind.
R.H. Cleveland, yep.
Somebody get a 4 saddle pad for Chris Hirschberger. Get a 4
You never know what you're going to see at the fair.
Chris
Driver with the wrong
Hirschberger,
number.
please.
He wanted to drive as the 3, but he's actually the 4. Get that switched out.
We'll get that fixed up.
Yeah, RH in Cleveland, I don't know. It's a little more fancier place.
What kind of steak was it?
It was a shaved ribeye.
Shaved ribeye,
that they
okay.
make right there. They said they slow cook the ribeyes and they fall apart. I'm telling you, it was the best steak sandwich I've ever had. It wasn't huge, so you're not going to go there and take it home. You're definitely going to eat it all, but yeah, best steak sandwich I've ever had in my life. And I love steak sandwiches. So
where in Cleveland? Downtown Cleveland?
No,
suburb?
not quite that far. It was
Independence?
No, Beechwood, near Beechwood.
Okay.
It's a furniture store that actually has a restaurant on the top of it. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. There's
RH. What was it again? RH Clancy.
I think it's just called RH Cleveland.
RH Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We did give. I got Frank to answer quickly with the best fair food. He gave me the Trojan burger at the Croton Independent Fair, and he said it was a Big Mac on steroids.
Yes, I remember him telling me that was his favorite sandwich.
So It's a Big Mac. Big Mac with the
Trojan
Mark
burger.
McGuire.
First burger, they have a saddle pad for you, but you want off the track.
The Trojan burger. I've never covered the Croton Fair. I've not been to the Croton Fair, so I can't comment on that, but I've had Frank said that numerous times. The Trojan burger was pretty special.
Have you been to Croton, Steve-O? No. I don't know where. I don't think I've never.
I don't know where
visited
Croton is.
Do you know where Croton is?
It's got to be Western Ohio, maybe.
Yeah, that's got to be. That's got to be closer to probably maybe Columbus or something. Somewhere near Frank. Steve will do our dirty work and look it up for us.
The Zanesville, though, I think it's called the Cattleman's. I'm telling you, that's coming up the weekend after the Milstein. So if you're so inclined and you get ready for a road trip and you're having a Milstein hangover where you want to get some fair food, you can always drive to
Mr.
Zanesville.
Hirschberger's back on the track. Get them together.
How far where is Zanesville compared to Northfield?
Zanesville's on 70. Like if you went down through Cambridge, you would go another, maybe when you get to Cambridge, maybe another 20, 30 minutes west of there. It's in between Cambridge and Columbus. So.
See, now the problem is you mentioned Cambridge. I don't know where that is either.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that's one of those points of interest. So out of Cleveland, I believe it's 77 or 71. I'm bad with roads, but there's a road that comes straight basically down from Cleveland into Cambridge that would intersect Interstate 70. So Cambridge is that little city that pops up that comes off 71 and 70. So it actually, for you, would only be
doesn't sound like it'd be too far.
Minutes. Yeah, hour and 20, hour and 30-minute drive, I would guess. But again, that's one of my favorite fairs too, because Zanesville, the Fairgrounds, is right in the middle of town. So it's and they have massive amount of people to come to it. It's very.
Do they
well
race at
represented.
night?
They race at night on Mondays. I think 5 o'clock. I think Sunday 1 o'clock.
The post for the 9th race. 3-year-old Colt Trot, hometown of Colt Stake, $4,369. Number 1, Tiny Tom, the driver, Jason Thompson. Number 2, Just Like Tom, Darren Harvey. Number 3, Our Boss, the driver, Braden Rose. Number 4, Typhoon Tony, Chris Hirschberger. And number 5, Big Bruno, Jeff Conger in the sulky. Horses go right to the gate for the 9th.
They're all yours, Mike.
On track for the 9th, field of 5, 1 Tiny Tom. Jason Thompson drives for owner Junior Eli Miller. Don Tiger's selection here on the show. 3rd place in the Buckeye a couple of weeks ago at Northfield. A win at Carrollton and 2nd at Paynesville most recently.
2, just like Tom, Darren Harvey changing drives for Robert Klein in Millersburg, Ohio. 0 for 7 on the season, 0 for 4 last year. Does have a second, 3 back. Made a couple bad steps, a little unruly in the post parade here. We'll have to see how if he gets settled down.
3 Our Boss, Braden Rhodes for the Clegg team. 4 for 10 this season, a win at Mount Vernon most recently. As post 3, Braden will do the driving here. A couple of wins, much better as a 3-year-old than a 2-year-old.
Typhoon Tony was the 3. Now he's officially the 4 because he got the right style of pad on. Chris Hirschberger changing drives this one for Flying Hoofs Farm of Montville, Ohio. 0 for 5 on the season, does have a 2nd place finish. Shows some forward gate speed, but a lot of X on the program. The time he manned his manners 2 back, he did finish 2nd. So all depends on how he behaves.
5 Big Bruno, Jeff Conger drives trains cones with his son Conger and Shannon. He's 0 for 13. And this is his 3rd straight fair start, has broken both of them. They're in behind the gate. Here's Roger Houston.
Trotters are in behind the Wolfenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come.
You lost your sound.
You're not on.
Battery's going dead in the PA. They're off and trotting, going right out for the lead as they race into that first turn. On top, it's Braden Rhodes and Our Boss. As they race around the turn, 2nd is Tiny Tom. Racing 3rd is Typhoon Tony. 4th on the inside, just like Tom, treading the field off stride, Big Bruno. Down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. The race over to the first quarter station. Racing by the quarter and going to the 3/8. Tell the PA guy we got dead battery.
Try to use this one. Can you reach it, Roger?
Here, give me this.
As they race into the lane, first time coming to the halfway point. On top of the field and showing the way, it's Tiny Tom. Racing 2nd, Our Boss, as they race into the turn. Racing 3rd is just like Tom. Racing 4th is Typhoon Tony, as they race around the turn. Go on to the backside and the 5/8 mark.
Push the red button, it'll come on.
On to the backside they go. On top of the field, it's Tiny Tom showing the way by 6 lengths. Our Boss is there 2nd. Making the break was just like Tom. Racing up 4th, Typhoon Tony. The trailer remains Big Bruno. Go on to the 7/8 mark. On top, Jason Thompson and Tiny Tom has the lead, and they open up with each and every stride with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. It's Tiny Tom with the lead. Our Boss trying to make up the gap 2nd. Racing 3rd. Out of the turn comes Typhoon Tony. Coming home, it's all Jason Thompson and Tiny Tom drawn away as they please. Our Boss is there 2nd. Home 3rd. Typhoon Tony.
Well, you predicted the winner, Tiny Tom, even money, so at least a $4 winner. Double your money on that one. Much the best. I thought the race would be a little better, but a couple of horses just didn't mind their manners, and ultimately the one did, and he just proved too good for these. 3rd win of the season, 4th lifetime. Apologies for those of us that were listening on our live streams that the PA system had died here, so Roger was trying to get the system going so you could hear him trying to get a microphone, but we could hear it in the ears. Our microphone obviously was working, but the one here for the fans in attendance was not. But I do think about halfway through, Roger, the true professional, just picked it up, no problem, and had the last 3/8.
Yeah, they were able to catch the last half of the race for the locals on track and worked out perfect. So seems like the PA is back working again, and we're in good shape. But
the battery on the PA mic went dead.
did have a question on YouTube. Wanted to just answer that for Evan Nickel, I'm guessing. His question was, what does ATB mean in the stats when you're looking at horses that are eligible for home talent, and came across ATB? And just from working in the race office, that I'm not sure what the abbreviation exactly means, but it means horses that are eligible for A meaning all, ATB. I'm not sure if it's what the B exactly stands for, but ATB is all the legs. Some horses obviously only eligible. You see it commonly in like sire stakes. Horses are only nominated to maybe the first leg or the last leg. They'll nominate to all the Buckeyes, but only nominate to the last leg of the sire stakes and say, all right, if we're good enough, we'll try at the end of the season. But ATB meaning they're eligible for all of them. Back here to the winner's circle is the one, Tiny Tom.
Hometown of Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colt Trot, the one, Tiny Tom, owned by Eli Miller of West Farmington, Ohio, trained by Eli Miller. Jason Thompson in the sulky, his second win this afternoon for the week here at Columbiana County Fair, win number 4. Tiny Tom, a 3-year-old colt, belonged Tom at a Crazy Joanne, home a winner in 2:04. Final half in 1:01. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of the Long Tom. And for driver Jason Thompson, getting another step closer to 2,000 career wins, win number 1,988.
1,988 wins for Jason Thompson. Closing in on 2,000. $4 exactly on your winner. 1160 on the exacta though. That's 9 in the books. We have 3 to go. We'll be back after these messages with the 10th.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair. We've reached double digits here in Lisbon, 10th of 12, so we have 3 to go, 75% of the way there. 3 to go, couple of 4-horse fields and a 5-horse field, only 4 across here on the tight track. So we got them all in the wings for 2 of the 3 and a trailer in the 11th.
2 out.
James Day drives the 1, Catch the Sensation here in the 10th, and No T is first time Lasix. Couple of changes for him. Well, you just picked the winner in the 9th. Do you have a tout in the 10th? He does have a tout highlighted already with the 2, Center Story. Clegg will go for 5 if he can get Center Story home, although Braden will do the driving here. This horse has not missed the board in a fair race in quite some time.
The updated line, too, from the Summit County Fair Saturday was a second place finish individual time 55-1 that day. So this horse is 14 starts, 2 wins, 6 seconds, 3/3. That's 11 of 15 on the board, doing good things, and we'll see how today goes as well. But does have a good, nice inside slot here. Looks to cross over in front of the 1, and we'll see what happens. But both Bernie Be Bad and Draco Storm are nice horses in their own right. Draco Storm, the TB announced line, Summit County Fair finished 7th, individually time 58-1 that day. But Gary Martin, Stu Stockwell scored earlier on today's card, does get services. Justin Irvine. This horse has been very good, too. 2 back at Painesville was a winner. And Bernie Be Bad got in that speed duel that we saw over at Cortland that one day where they went to the half 59-2. So this horse got some talent, too. So by no means is the 2 complete free square. Just a horse that looks well meant in here.
Yeah, Center Story definitely a horse that doesn't get tired standing in the stall, because he was in the 19th race at Northfield on Saturday night, on Summit County Fair night, so he had to wait all night long to participate, and he raced well. Probably should be the betting favorite, but like you said, there's some other horses that have been well. Bernie Be Bad has been able to show speed at the fairs and race well. Draco Storm, a win at Painesville by a neck.
Hometown of Colt Stakes, 3-year-old Colt Pace for $3,345. Number 1, Catch the Sensation. James Day, first time Lasix for the horse. The 2, Center Story, Braden Rhodes. The 3, Bernie Be Bad with Charlie Myrick. And number 4, Draco Storm, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horses go right to the gate for the 10th. In the barn area, get them ready for the 11th.
Field of 4, 1, Catch the Sensation, first time Lasix, James Day. Catch drives, owner trainer John Oliverio, son of Catch the Fire. Most recently 7th at Bucyrus, has a win and 3 seconds this season, clocked in 58-4.
2-horse Center Story, Betty Clegg trains. Braden Rhodes has the lines today. Kimber Clegg owns. Finished second last time out in Northfield, 55-1. That's a snappy mile. 2 for 15 on the season, 7 for 28 last year. This horse shows early speed from the gate, and it will definitely be the choice. Currently 3-5.
3, Bernie Be Bad, third at Mount Vernon. Charlie Merrick driving and training for David Sweeney. Just 1 for 17 in his career, but he's gotten better this season. He's raced particularly well. He's already averaging over $1,000 a start. Has a non-winners of 1 win at Northfield, back 5 back, and 56-4, pretty fast.
4-horse Draco Stern, Gary Martin conditions for Sue Sockwell. Justin Irvine has the lines. Currently 3-1 right now. This is a nice horse, and again, another one too that's really coming around so far this year. Qualified in 57-2 at Northfield. And second choice at 3-1.
Good field of 4. They all start across. $3,345 on the line. Third division of the Home Talent Colt Stakes for 3-year-old Pacers. Third of 4 divisions. The Center Story take late money. Will he go down? Find out shortly.
Yeah, we will. We definitely find out shortly. They're heading to the gate. We've had some decent wagering. Toe boards flashed at the last minute. I expect this 2-horse to stay at 3-5, or maybe even drop to 1-2, 2-5. Locals might push it in a little bit more on that one, especially with the gate speed. And most of the horses today that have scored in front running style. So with that said, we'll send out to Roger for the call of race number 10.
Stretch, and here they come. They're often pacing. Center Story goes for the lead. Bernie Be Bad is their second. Getting away third, that's Draco Storm. And trading the field fourth, Catch the Sensation. Around the turn, going to the first 8. Center Story and Braden Rhodes shows the way by 4 lengths. Bernie Be Bad pacing second, racing third. Draco Storm, the trailer, Catch the Sensation. James Day can see them all at the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 31-3. Into the turn they go. Center Story has the lead by 5. Bernie Be Bad is there second. Draco Storm third. Catch the Sensation trails the field fourth. All in straight alignment. Into the lane first time. Coming to the halfway point. On top, Center Story. Braden Rhodes getting his fractions. Coming to the half. Racing second, Bernie Be Bad. Halfway home, racing third, Draco Storm. The half, 1 minute, 4/5. Trailing the field, Catch the Sensation. Racing to the backside and the 5/8. The leader remains Center Story. Been there every step, but the margin's only 3 1/4. Racing second, Bernie Be Bad, trying to close the gap and doing so now. Racing third, Draco Storm. The trailer is Catch the Sensation at the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:31. Midway around the final turn, Center Story with the lead by 2 lengths. Racing second. On the inside comes Justin Irvine, Draco Storm. Third on the outside, Bernie Be Bad. Less than an 8 to go. The leader is Center Story. Ducking to the inside, Draco Storm. Center Story, Draco Storm. Closing on the inside, Draco Storm on the inside.
Exciting racing for sure. We had another great finish there. Draco Storm saved some ground on a turn. Bernie Be Bad pulls out on Center Story, who was rolling a little bit more than probably needed to. Went to the half in 1:04, which is actually a pretty good fast mile here. And Braden was actually asking this one for pace at the half. Not sure if they just wanted to cut this one loose or what today. But did get cut loose. But Justin Irvine, can't say enough about him. Saved ground, popped up the inside, and did get up in the shadow of the wire. Won by about a half length. Scored. Well, it's here to time, but 2-1, co-second choice, and on his way to winner's circle.
Sneaking up, well, there's no passing lane, but almost looked like a passing lane because the horses, the turns are so tight here. Most of the horses, when they come off the turn, they're basically in the two path, so they basically create a passing lane, and Justin took advantage of that, came up the inside, and he was a lot of pace late. This is a barn double for Gary Martin. Justin with another win on the card.
Owner double, too. Sue Stockwell owned the other one earlier today, so Sue's got a double.
And Justin's got a double. Same team that won race 2 earlier. Stockwell, Martin, Irvine.
Get him ready, race 11.
Back-to-back wins at the fair, winning at Painesville last Tuesday. 6th lifetime win. This is a homebred for Sue. It's always nice to see the homebreds win. Watch them grow up from weanlings to yearlings to racehorses. And a 3-year-old son of Fear the Dragon with a Captain Treacherous grandsire. Some nice breeding here for this guy, and he is headed back to the winner's circle.
RF Wealth Family Winner's Circle. Number 4, Draco Storm. Sue Stockwell, Geneva, Ohio, the owner. Gary Martin, a training double today. It's a driving double for Justin Irvine, his 6th win here at the Columbiana County Fair for the 2 days of racing.
What are you eating over there?
Draco Storm, a 3-year-old gelding, but Fear the Dragon, a captivating storm. Home a winner in 2:01 3/5. Identical halves of 1 and 4/5. Results are official. Number 1, Catch the Sensation 4. The 2, Center Story 2. The 3, Bernie Be Bad 3. The 4, Draco Storm the winner. Top down 4-2-3. 1 on the bottom. The quarter 31 3. The half 1 minute 4/5. 3/4 1:31. The mile 2:01 3/5. In the 11th,
race 10 in the books. 4-2-3 official takes us race number 11. We've got one program change for you. 3's Mars Vic. We will make the driver Case Bateson. Case Bateson will drive the 3 Mars Vic. Tell you more about that race after these brief messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. Thestable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
We are back here at the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. Don, this is the first time you saw my new chair.
I love it,
I left
man.
it at Carrollton, but I did have it for Bucyrus. Me and Jay were very comfy through, I believe we had like 14 races or something, so we were there for a long night.
It's nice. It's got a little pad on it. You learned your lesson very quickly. I'm an older bird, so I don't learn lessons as quickly. So,
well, you know, as people that know me, I like to eat, so you know, it's a lot of weight to sit on these metal benches throughout the night, or throughout the afternoon.
yeah, it's a nice setup here. It's a great grandstand, as you can see. This is a nice venue over here. Having this cover makes it really, really, really nice.
I'm looking in the background. I have not seen that ride yet at a fair. The zipper over there, it's the one that's sticking straight up right now.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite fair ride of all time.
What's the zipper do?
It's completely insane. It's a Ferris wheel, but the whole thing moves, and then your Ferris wheel. Imagine a Ferris wheel, but you're tumbling also. Like your individual thing will flip around. It tucks right up to you. You know.
I'd like the paratrooper thing is a little easier on
Those
the
are cool.
left. Just keep me a little nice, little smooth thing, go up in the air and come back down. Like
Steve, have you got a shot of those two rides? Yeah. That's the zipper. That zipper, the tall one, my favorite. I will never go on a cruise ship, not a cruise ship, but the pirate ship. That I can't do that one.
You get sick, right? It's just like.
Well, when I feel like it's just not going to stop, and it's going to go all the way around. That's my problem. At least in the zipper, you have a cage if you go all the way around. So, some nice rides. But that's the first time I've seen the zipper. I've been looking for it because in New York, all the fairs had them, and we always rode it, but I hadn't seen it here. But that's the first time.
Well, here's the no. They got the zipper in.
They got the zipper in
Columbiana
Lisbon.
County. Yep. We're down to our late double here. Race number 11, full field of 5, all signed on here. Mars Vic. We do have a driver, Case Bateson, on that. Otherwise, we will go as programmed. We've had a beautiful day here today. We had 2 great days of racing. I don't know what else is on plate. Do we have other racing tonight for the circuit? Wapakoneta maybe tonight? Okay, so here's the post parade.
Penultimate race, the 11th. 3-year-old colt trotters, hometown of Cold State, $4,369. Number 1, Nothing But Cat with John G. Wingard. Number 2, 45 Mega with Darren Harvey. Number 3, Mars Vic, the driver, Case Bateson. Number 4, Striking Marseille, Charlie Myrick. And number 5, Classic Eddie, Daniel Miller in the sulky.
My ring camera fell off.
Here you go. Here's your field of 5 for race number 11. 1, Nothing But Cat. John Wingard trains and drives for John and Amy Wingard. This horse is 1 for 9 on the season, finished 3rd last time out. Does have a win, 2 back at Carrollton. Again, has improved throughout the season.
245 Mega, Darren Harvey driving and training for Alan Miller, 3-year-old Marseille son, 3 for 22 lifetime, 2 wins this season. Most recently that win back for the Scott Cox barn, but has since moved to the Darren Harvey barn. Has 2 starts for him, broke in both of them so far, but did fix it to be 3rd at Mount Vernon.
Tote board is inoperative.
Tote board is inoperable. That's something we're finding out in between the card. It takes us to the 3-horse Mars Vic's. Claire Omaholtz trains. Case Bateson will be the rider. This is for Heidi and Ayers Ratliff of Marion, Ohio. Source is 0 for 4 on the season. Has had some braking problems, so today's another educational bout. When the source does stay flat, he did get a check 6 back, so obviously you want to mind his manners today. He was off a whole month prior to his last effort, so hopefully Claire's got him figured out today and get some minor rewards.
4 Striking Marseille. Charlie Myrick drives and trains for Second Chance Stable. Another son of Marseille, 0 for 12 in his life. Does have a 3rd at Carrollton, 2 back. Most recently broke at Mount Vernon.
5-horse rounding out the field, Classic Eddie, who will start from the second tier. Owned and reigned by Daniel Miller today. Trained and driven by Dan Miller. Rice Lane Acres owns, and we'll set up the Roger for the call to 11th.
3-horse run before.
They're off and trotting, Nothing But Cat goes right out for the lead. Getting away second is 45 Mega. Into the turn, racing third is Striking Marseille. Fourth, Classic Eddie, and trailing the field, Mars Vic. Down the backside they go, Nothing But Cat and John G. Wingard show the way by 4. Darren Harvey, 45 Mega is there second. Charlie Myrick, Striking Marseille third as they race over to the first quarter mark in 32 and 4. Trailing the field, Case Bateson and Mars Vic. Go on to the 3/8 mark on top of the field and showing the way. It's Nothing But Cat. Closing the gap is 45 Megas second, racing third, Striking Marseille. Tipping to the outside, Classic Eddie racing fourth. Trailing the field, Mars Vic coming to the halfway point. Trotting to the half, it's Nothing But Cat. Halfway home in 104 and 2. Into the turn, Striking Marseille on the inside second. 45 Mega up on the outside third. Racing fourth, it's Classic Eddie. The trailer remains Mars Vic. On to the backside they go. Nothing But Cat has opened up to a quick 10-length lead. On the outside, 45 Mega is there second. Striking Marseille third. On the outside, Classic Eddie is fourth. At the 3/4 in 135 and 3. Midway around the final turn, Nothing But Cat and John Wingard pouring it on with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Nothing But Cat now on top by 14. Racing second, 45 Mega. Outside, Classic Eddie third, and coming on through the stretch, it's Nothing But Cat. 45 Mega and Classic Eddie on the outside. To the wire, it's all Nothing But Cat. 45 Mega. Classic Eddie, Striking Marseille.
1, 2, 5 across the line. Nothing But Cat all the way. John Wingard drives, trains, doing it all with Amy Wingard, 3-year-old Big Yellow by Nothing But Class. Homebred here, third lifetime win, second this season. 2 out of his last 3 are victorious. He hasn't missed the board at a fair race this season.
Yeah, rope to rope here, stayed flat, behaved himself, and the rest is history. Most of the horses behind either had some traffic trouble or some braking, and John avoided all that. Wire to wire, good score. Very popular result. Co-favorite here at 4-5 with the 2-horse, so we'll return at least 380 for the local backers.
Yeah, the way to avoid all the chaos, go to the front.
Yeah, front's been very good, but this is a track traditionally the front is very good, especially with the tight turns. If you can control the race, you can pretty much control the outcome.
Yeah, you've wanted to be forward, but we've had good race, good couple horses pass in the stretch.
Absolutely. Some good quarter pole moves, too. That trotter, the race 9, Tiny Tom, he didn't have the lead early, but he did seize the lead going to past the quarter pole and went on. But, yeah, we've had some good Draco Storm, nice finish up then 1. So you can win from off the pace, too.
Back into the winner's circle is the 1 Nothing But Cat.
Making the way to the winner's circle, the 1 Nothing But Cat, owned by John and Amy Wingard of Worcester, Ohio. John G. Wingard trains and drives. 3-year-old Gunning, but Nothing But Class out of Katana. Home a winner in 2:05 1/5. John G. Wingard, Nothing But Cat in the 11th. Results are official. Number 1, Nothing But Cat, the winner. The 2, 45 Mega, 2. The 3, Mars Vic, 5. The 4, Striking Marseille, 4. The 5, Classic Eddie, 3. Top down, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 32 and 4. The half, 104, 2. 3/4, 135, 3. The mile, 2:05 1/5 Final half, 1 minute and 4/5. Final quarter, 29-3. 12th race coming up.
11 in the books, 1 to go. After these messages, we'll be back for the finale.
Cool.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Columbiana County Fair here at Lisbon. 1 race to go, and a couple races are actually in the last race we were talking about fair rides. So I just checked on YouTube. Mike Webkenberg, our starter here, said that he has the most exciting ride at all the fairs. I think I can say he definitely has the fastest ride at the fair.
Yeah, and in a way, he does kind of have the most exciting ride because he gets to send each one of those off, and I'm sure each one's a little different. He had a tire blow today, so he did call a recall on that. So it might seem like an easy job, but I've always said this when I talk to Mike. He's important and big part of what happens in racing without a starter. Back kind of like the center in NFL and football. No one realizes how important a center is. If center doesn't hike the ball properly, the play never begins. So no matter what your football team is, you need him to start the game.
And a guy you almost don't want to know their name.
Nope. I can't name one long snapper in the NFL, but long snappers actually help punts and field goals, and they're the most important person. So,
now Mike does a great job. He's been I believe every fair that I've been to has been Mike, good guy to hang out with, and got to go to lunch with him a couple times and doing all of our fairs here. So
I never knew he was a driver. I really liked that last time we went to lunch.
Yes.
We were sitting there listening to him driving and telling his stories, and boy, he has some great stories. I love when I get a chance to go out with him, Woody, Roger, and I usually am quiet. I usually, what my mom told me a long time ago, you got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. You see and hear twice as much as you speak. And when I'm around royalty like that, I love to see what those guys have to say.
Yeah, the stories we got to hear for the last couple of those double headers were just also what makes the fair special, just hanging out with everybody and hearing all those old stories, because someone that's 26, Roger and Mike, they have so many stories of people that I don't even know just because their longevity in the game. So, and I was very fortunate to get to ride at Delaware in the starting car with Mike. That was a great experience, getting to see the inside of the track at Delaware.
Was it a Sire Stakes or an overnight or?
I think it was just one of maybe the fair race. It was on Jug Day. Okay. So that was super cool. I know he's busy and there's like 23 races on Jug Day, so he's probably tired and didn't want to have to try and entertain me for 20 minutes. But we had a good time in the gate, and he let my fiance in the back, so she got the good view. I got to go out the front.
There you go.
You're all out. Get them together, line them up.
One program change here, Cool Augustus. We do get Braden Rhodes to drive the 2-horse Cool Augustus. The Widger boys, the updated line at Summit County Fair was 6th, individually timed 56 and 3 that day. And here is your post break.
Horses are threading at the post for the 12th race. 3-year-old Colt Pace, hometown of Colt Stake, 4th division, $3,345. Number 1, Widger Boys, the driver Nick Clegg. Number 2, Cool Augustus with Braden Rhodes. The 3, A Legend's Secret with James Day. And number 4, Gorgeous Jet, Case Bateson in the sulky. Horse will go right to the gate for the 12th.
There's our
Braden
field of
Rhodes
4.
drives the 2, Cool Augustus.
One Widger Boys, Nick Clegg driver, Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. 2 for 11 in this one's career, a win at Carrollton and Cortland, so had back-to-back scores. Third at Bucyrus has been, just continues to hit the board in each and every fair try.
2, Cool Augustus, Amy Wingard trains, co-owns with Herb Steele, Nicholson of Canal, Fulton, Ohio. Braden Rhodes has the call today. 0 for 4 this year. Had a braking problem 2 back. Finished 7th last time out. Still looking to get on his game.
3, A Legend Secret. James Day drives trades for Power Play Racing. 87, 4 tries as a 3-year-old and has not missed the board. 1 win was at Cortland. This one also a little speedy off the gate, and he's a 3-year-old bit of a legend son.
4 Horse Gorgeous Jet, Karen Fred trains for Crazy Parrot Farm. Case Bateson has the lines today. This horse, good second place effort last time out at Mount Vernon. Individually timed 59. Last kicker 28 and 2. Sneaky good race. Does start from the far outside, but currently your second choice at 3-2 as Cool Augustus is 1-5 as they go to the gate.
There's your field of 4 for the 12th. Here's the finale from the Columbiana County Fair in Lisbon. Roger Houston with the call.
Four horses running.
They're off and pacing. That's Widger Boys on the inside. On the outside, A Legend Secret as they race into the turn. Getting away third, it's Cool Augustus, and trailing the field off stride, Gorgeous Jet. In case Bateson can see them all. Go on to the first 8th. On to the backside they go. The battle continues. On the outside, A Legend Secret, and James Day takes the lead. Nick Clegg gives way with Widger Boys second at the opening quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn they go. Cool Augustus is third. The trailer is Gorgeous Jet going to the 3/8 mark. Around the turn, the leader, A Legend Secret, by a length and 3/4. Racing second, Widger Boys. A Legend Secret with the lead as they pass the stand for the first time, coming to the halfway station. Widger Boys racing second as they race over to the halfway point. Halfway home in 1:02. Racing third, Cool Augustus. The trailer is Gorgeous Jet. Into the turn, going to the 5/8 mark. James Day, A Legend Secret, by a length and 3/4. Right there, second is Widger Boys. Racing third, Cool Augustus. Trailing the field, Gorgeous Jet. Down the backside, go on to the 3/4 station. On top, A Legend Secret. No movement as yet from Widger Boys at the 3/4 mark in 1:34 2. Cool Augustus is third, and the trailer remains Gorgeous Jet, going to the 7/8 mark. Into that final turn, the leader, A Legend Secret. Nick Clegg ready to battle in the stretch, ducks the inside with Widger Boys coming home. It is A Legend Secret. Widger Boys closing on the inside. Legend Secret on the outside. Widger Boys second. A Legend's Secret. Widger Boys second. Cool Augustus is third.
Well, there we have it. The getaway feature, race number 12, is unofficial, but we've got 3-1 cross the wire. And boy, the wagering public went heavy in on the 2 at 2-5, 4 horse 8-5, but we've got an 11-1 horse here. We'll at least return $22 for the locals who bet that. Widger Boys went off 9-1 as well. So 2 longest shots on the board battled out. They had a good early battle in the first quarter. Didn't know who was going to surrender. It finally ended up being Nick Clegg. He let Legend Secret go. That turned out to be the difference in the race because James Day did go on by and kept going. A little bit of a small battle in the lane. It looked like it might get a little tight, but James Day held sway, and 3-1 unofficial.
Yeah, James gets his revenge on Nick. They battled it out to the wire a few races back. This time it's James getting the upper hand. Nick Clegg did have 4 on the card, so this is James Day's first. A Legend Secret 5 trips out and has not missed the top 3 in all 5 tries this season. Now his second win, second lifetime win too. son of Bit of a Legend, and he is headed back to the winner's circle.
The winner, number 3, A Legend's Secret. Power Play Racing 87 of Medina, Ohio. James Day trains and drives. 3-year-old getting by a Bit of a Legend in at a Stuck Like Glue. Home winner in 2:05. That's a lifetime mark for A Legend's Secret. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Bit of a Legend in. Results are official. The 1, Widger Boys 2. The 2, Cool Augustus 3. The 3, A Legend's Secret, the winner. The 4, Gorgeous Jet 4. Top down, 2, 3, 1. 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 3. The half, 102. 3/4, 134.2. The mile, 2:05. Well, that concludes our racing program here at the Columbiana County Fair. Hope you enjoy the fair.
There it is. Day 2 complete. All 23 races down from the Columbiana County Fair here in Lisbon. I'm Kenny Livingood. That's Don Tiger. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching on Facebook. And we'll see you back at the next one.